Kevin right, but just want to make sure. The site is Rio Tinto. It's home to this 1 versus 8 seed quarterfinal matchup between the Real Monarchs and the Republic. Good Friday evening to you. Tonight's match is brought to you by UC Davis Health. Alongside MLS veteran Kevin Goldthwaite, I'm Rob McAllister. Well, the Real Monarchs have executed one of the best season-to-season turnarounds in USL history, and now have earned a berth in the postseason for the very first time. Republic are no stranger to the USL Playoffs. Will they begin the 2017 tournament in an unfamiliar role, as they'll need to win on the road to hoist their second USL Cup trophy. Kevin, let's begin with the Real Monarchs. They're 12-1-3 at Sandy, Utah.
Dominant at home, 59 goals total this season. They can hurt you from many different areas, whether it's a set piece. You got Chandler Hoffman scoring 16 goals this season. Very dangerous offensive team. Sacramento, on the other hand, they can hurt you on many different areas as well, but they need to convert their chances. You've got the dangerous Wilson Eshaw, and what I really want to see tonight is these outside backs getting up into that final third and serving balls in the box, and if they can do so, I anticipate success.
Well, let's see if one of these players will be tonight's hero. Let's begin with the Real Monarchs in Consolidated Communications matchup. Sebastian Velasquez, 9 goals, 6 assists, but he's a player who's all over the pitch.
All over the pitch, a pesky, annoying type forward who's very, very active in that final third. And if Sacramento want to have success tonight, I really think they need to shut Velasquez down. Don't let him get his head up when he gets the ball. Put pressure on him when he does have the ball. Get his head down. And I think Sacramento should have a really good result tonight dealing with Velasquez. Well,
let's take a look at Vian Majev. 9 USL goals, 2 assists, also been Team of the Week honors twice. He's a player that can be very good for Sacramento tonight.
Brought over from Portland Timbers to a player that really needs to score goals and provide goals. Came out with a bang in the first few games for Sacramento, but I really feel if Sacramento wants to have success tonight, Majev needs to get the ball at his feet in that final third and be active and provide or score a goal tonight.
There'll be some space in that midfield, that final third. Can he have an impact here? We've got your starting 11 coming up next. It's the Real Monarchs, it's the Republic, and it's the quarter USL Cup playoffs, and it's right now.
There's a place that brings together teams of world-class problem solvers. Here, they save lives at a moment's notice. Restore sight to those who otherwise would not see. Empower those facing immobility to live active lives. Through teamwork and bold innovation, they confront the toughest medical challenges to make the world a healthier place. UC Davis Health System.
Shopping for energy products can lead to so many decisions. Wouldn't it be great if you had a trusted go-to spot? The spot is SmudEnergyStore.com, where you'll find the best products to help lower your bill, all recommended by your community-owned, not-for-profit SMUD. We're here to help with deals you won't find anywhere else. For a limited time, get this Nest thermostat with our $75 instant rebate. Shop with us at SmudEnergyStore.com.
Papa Murphy's Law of the F word. No, this F word. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese created by us every day. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your bingo. Tonight, home bake our most popular pizza, a large cowboy, topped with pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and olives. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
Get into the Halloween spirit with Good Day.
Call Curtis, winner of 2 Emmys, including Best News Reporter.
Have a consumer problem? No problem. Just go to CBS13.com/call Curtis.
It's the first match of the USL Playoffs in the Western Conference being played here tonight on Friday in Rio Tinto in Sandy, Utah. Let's take a look at our U.S. Bank starting 11. We'll begin with the Republic. Wilson Nishaw has dealt with some injuries. He's back in the starting lineup alongside Sammy Ochoa.
Yeah, I think key for Sacramento is going to be Jeremy Hall. We want these outside backs to get up and down the flanks, but Jeremy Hall needs to stay stationary right in front of that back four to lock down that defensive unit tonight.
Well, let's take a look at the Real Monarchs now, and they've had a very steady lineup throughout the year, have not been hit with the injury bug like the Republic have, and they've got a dangerous combination. They're going to go either with a 4-2-3-1 or a 5-3-2 that you'll see tonight, but in the goalkeeping has been stellar. 23-year-old from St. Louis, Connor Sparrow, averaging less than a goal allowed per game. He's going to come up likely big, and that means a win for the Real Monarchs. If he doesn't, could spell trouble, and it could be the Republic with the upset.
Yeah, and really the late season addition, Danny Cruz out on the left flank, could be really dangerous getting up and down that left side.
And the head coach, Mark Briggs, for the Real Monarchs, former English football player, also played with some time West Brom, Wilmington Hammerheads, before coming over. 36-year-old, his first head coaching job, and he is in the running for USL Coach of the Year. Paul Buckle in his third full season, technical director and head coach for Sacramento. Now the Republic under Paul Buckle, Kevin, last two playoffs, they were one of the higher seeds, end up losing the first round. Here they are, the 8th seed here in 2017. Can they flip the script?
I mean, flipping the script is a great way to put this right now. And the good thing is every player, or the majority of the players on this side right now, were here in Sacramento last year and experienced the exact opposite situation. So everyone can believe and know that it is possible for Sacramento to come out here and get a result against the #1 seed Real Monarchs.
Well, we are underway. The Real Monarchs in cobalt and claret. It's the Republic in their all-white kits in the first minute of play, and to boot to it early on, getting some pressure from the Real Monarchs. The Sacramento Republic back on their heels, and Diego Calvo, who signed in mid-August, is able to turn it up here. Now it's Sacramento with a chance. Here's Wilson Nishaw, and poked out of play. Will be the game's first throw coming in the first minute. Sacramento looking to put their stamp on this game in the early minutes, talking to Paul Buckle. He wanted to see if this team could come out and play smart, play together, and quick 1, 2, 3 touch football at the most. And with that, Kevin, let's take a look at your Chevy keys to the match.
Yeah, you touched on it right now. My first key to the game is move the ball quickly. I think Sacramento excels going forward when they don't take too many touches and don't dwell on the ball. Want to see them be quick, short, sharp, crisp passes moving forward. Next is outside back play. We talked about it in the pregame. I want to see these outside backs get up that flank, get balls into the box, and I think they should create chances, at least for Sacramento. And then it's on the strikers at that point to make sure they have good runs going forward.
Good ball here, through here to Wilson Nishaw with a crack just inside the penalty area. It goes down, and they'll play on Wilson Nishaw, hoping for it. Would have been a great look for number 8.
Oh, what a great chance early in the game for Wilson Nishaw. Wish he could have been a little bit more strong on the ball right there, holding off and being a little bit more sturdy. But a good look early for Sacramento. I think as of late, the last 2 or 3 months, Sacramento has been pretty suspect in the first 5 minutes, to say the least. And I love seeing them really on the attacking end of this thing early in this game tonight.
Here's James Kiffey, I know one of your key members, looking for Nishaw again as it's sent out of play. And with a quick break, let's take a look at our UC Davis Health injury report. And it's been a tough sight to see, but one guy you're hoping to see in this lineup tonight, Trevin Caesar, he will not be in the lineup. Adam Moffat, of course, and Danny Barrera, who have been out for the season. So they're going to have to give it a go, see if Wilson Nishaw can step up in that role. Kiffey moving forward.
I tell you what, that injury report is pretty significant for Sacramento. All 3 of those players, veteran-type players who Paul Buckle, Graham Smith, and the rest of the Sacramento staff have really been kind of hoping and relying that are going to come out and step up for this squad. And not seeing them in the lineup in the match here tonight, it's a big loss for Sacramento. But players have stepped up and filled those shoes pretty nicely this year so far.
If the Real Monarchs would have lost Sebastian Velasquez,
that's the equivalent of Danny Barrera being out. I mean, that's how significant of a loss Danny Barrera is. And Velasquez, it takes sometimes some fortune and some luck through the course of the season. Salt Lake has not been bitten by that injury bug. Sacramento has, unfortunately. But still, that's the nature of the beast, the nature of the game. And you got to figure out ways, figure out avenues of players to fill that void.
Looking for a through ball here. We'll see that from the Republic. There's angling attacks from that back line. Here's Bijev, and one of our key players in Consolidated Communications matchup tonight. He's got that new hairdo, bleach blonde. See if he can make his mark. Here's a player that's been brought over. We had the injury to Danny Barrera. This is a guy they were hoping to fill some of that space. How do you assess his play overall in the last couple of weeks?
You know, I think he really came in, started out with a bang, and saw his talent and potential going forward. Took a little bit of a dip in form, in my opinion, in the last, 4 to 5 weeks. But still, quality on the ball is second to none in the USL. Need to get him on the ball more to really be effective for Sacramento to get results. And have him combined with the forwards, Sammy Ochoa and Wilson Yeshaw, should be nice.
There's some of those quick touches we heard from Paul Buckle. He wants to open it up tonight. And one thing we have seen from the Real Monarchs, they'll put high pressure on, but you get them out wide. There is some space in that final third. Christian. Looking up over the top. He's got Ochoa, and Ochoa's offside. Real Monarchs 67 points, 25-7 from 11th place a year ago, Kevin. They nearly doubled their point total, and the most wins combined from the last 2 years still doesn't match what they did this year. An impressive turnaround and one of the best in league history. Public looking to find some space here. Bijev. Meanwhile, Sacramento with a bit of a fall, 46 points, 13-12-7 on the year. But one of few teams to go to the playoffs for the last 4 seasons. It's quite impressive. I know the standard has been set quite high for Republic fans, Kevin, to be at that 1, 2, or 3 spot in the Western Conference. But you got to give this team credit. They've hung in there and here in the final 8.
Yeah, I think even, getting to the point where they're at now, at this point, I think Sacramento has that firepower, has the talent to come out here and make a run or an impact in these playoffs. And really, I think it's one of those things, you look at things optimistically speaking, where last year, finished first in the league, end up losing to the 8 seed. And tonight, the script's been flipped. And I think these players can believe and have experienced firsthand that seeding means nothing at this point. At this point, it's just one game and one result to move on.
And Velasquez looking to make something happen. A foul is called. Jeremy Hall will protest. Republic are 5-8-3 on the road this year. We talked about Real Monarchs being 12-1-3, the best home record. The last loss, or the only loss, I should say, even came against San Antonio on September 2nd, a 2-1 defeat. So Velasquez will take the set piece here. Number 55, a stellar player, born in Colombia but grew up in South Carolina. And a top prospect for RSL, was traded to New York, has made his way back, and arguably maybe one of the best midfielders in the USL. Certainly could make the case for best in the Western Conference.
Velasquez is a great talent.
They'll play here. Chip is low. Little hop here, and Evan Newton will watch it sail by. Evan Newton on the year is making what is going to be his 25th appearance, 7 clean sheets, 1.25 goals against average for Evan Newton on the season. Kevin, we saw Dominic Jokubek come in, but Newton seemed to have solidified his role this year and was more aggressive after coming back in for Dominic Jokubek.
Yeah, he had a bit of a rough spell early in the season where he was just pretty hesitant coming off his line. And I think a couple goals were conceded because of his hesitation, but really turned his play around and kind of made a name for himself, or battled a lot with Dominic Jokubek to kind of earn the starting spot again.
And he did win USL Save of the Week earlier this year for his play against Reno. Sacramento ending on a 2-2 draw to what arguably could be the hottest team in the USL, maybe right next to Phoenix in the Reno 1868. And Sacramento have walked away with a victory there. Sammy Ochoa's brace earning a tie. And Paul Buckles said it's putting the league on notice a little bit that Sacramento, while we had a little bit of rough patch, they're out come ready to play tonight. I think the Real Monarchs are not going to take this club lightly.
You know what? There's a bit of like, you got nothing to lose sort of mentality here. Being the 8th seed, you can come out here and play freely. There's no pressure, no expectations on you on what you need to do. I think there are, in behind the scenes, there's expectations here in Sacramento for what we want to see these guys do. But really, when you look at it from a micro level, it's really no expectations, no hope. Go out there, play freely, play as much as you can, have fun, and try to get a result. Steal one in Salt Lake.
Paul Buck said there's no pressure on this club. Said we've won the USL Cup. We were the first seed in the West last year. This year, a little bit of a different scenario, but we're still in this 16-team tournament. Sammy Ochoa, who's been very good as late. Back to Bijev. at his feet. This is where he's dangerous in the final third. To the right side. Sacramento with a good opportunity, and Horde keeps it in play. Horde will chip the cross in. Chance for Ochoa, and it's sent out of play. Back three, very good for this team. Taylor Pay, Emilio Orozco, and James Moberg. And while all under the age of 25, they have been one of the best defensive units, allowing just 31 goals against. That's third fewest in the USL.
Yeah, defensive unit's been really solid this year. I mean, top to bottom, the Monarchs have been a good side, scoring goals, keeping goals out of the back of the net, moving the ball well. But a good little play there by Elliot Horde. See Orozco take one probably in a place he'd rather not talk about. And Elliot Horde kind of collecting that ball again, serving the ball in the box with good runs following up. And we'll see James Kiffey right now, a little bit of an in-swinger coming in.
Our game's first Chick-fil-A corner kick. Send it in low, looking for Ochoa. Pressure coming, seeing Sacramento. They become a little bit more physical too. And they're going to need it against a team like this that likes to pressure high. And Sacramento overall has won the possession here. That's something Paul wants to continue to see. Fans, stay up to date. Latest USL news and information from around the league. USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Monday, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Sirius XM FC, Channel 85. They're also going to air the game of the week during the playoffs here. Going to be one heck of a stretch as the one seed already winning in the East. Can the upset occur here in the West on this Friday night, the second game? And then we'll get going with the rest of the clubs tomorrow. The winner of this match will take on the winner of Swope Park and Phoenix, which is being played in Kansas City. 10 minutes gone by, still no score. Alongside Kevin Goldthwaite, I'm Rob McAllister. We appreciate you tuning in here. Sacramento looking to pressure over the top. Both teams trying to feel each other out here, and Sacramento's been susceptible to allowing goals early on. Paul Buckles said we've got to change that mindset. We've got to come out more aggressive out of the breaks, take control of the game. What have you seen here in the first 10?
You know, I always watch these games in segments. You got your first couple minutes, your first 10 minutes, call it your last 10 minutes. And right now, you know, the first 10 minutes, Sacramento typically this season has been pretty slow to start. I think right now, I think they're really being the aggressor tonight, which I like to see in this sort of game. And they've done a good job tonight coming out and being active in that final third and not being susceptible in the back. So far, so good. First 10 minutes, I think I like seeing what Sacramento has been doing so far.
A couple offside calls is Samuel Ochoa, and then this time it's Wilson Nisha who stepped just a tad too quickly. Our official tonight is Rami Touchon, Jacob Harold, Daniel Spicer Escalante, and Brad Jensen is the fourth official. Here at Salt Lake City, the home of the Real Salt Lake MLS side, but the USL side here playing at Rio Tinto as well, but in the works is their own stadium, which will seat about 5,000 fans, and part of a huge development for this owner that is working on development and building facilities for these young players. This ball's out of play. It'll be a throw for Sacramento. Last match between these two sides, it was a 2-0 win for the Real Monarchs. They won the season series 2-0 as well. Sacramento outplayed Real Monarchs in that first half, just couldn't catch a break. There was a handball in the box not called, and then Ochoa missing a PK at the end. Could have been a 2-2 draw, but it was those 47th and 49th minute goals that came for Real Monarchs that were just devastating to this club in that second half.
Yeah, I think if you look across the course of the season right now, Sacramento, you look at when goals have been scored, they've been on the wrong side of these numbers quite a bit, conceding goals early in games and late in the halves or late in the games. Those periods of the game that you don't want to concede. I'm not sure how that's offside, but it is. I think Sacramento haven't been really consistent enough in those moments or those points in the game to really pull some results out.
See the intensity of Mark Briggs, and Mark Briggs, who took over really in a spurt as Mike Petke was brought up to RSL after 3 games in, and the rapport has worked and different of a mindset here. They come out very aggressive in warm-ups. They're a type of team that has very hard training sessions, and it seemed to work to their advantage here in 2017. But Briggs in contention for Coach of the Year. This one sent in, chance for the Real Monarchs, and an opportunity. It's poked up high over the bar. There's that dangerous play. They don't take a lot of shots. In fact, They are one of the 16th in the USL, but on conversion, they're 20%. Didn't connect that time, Juan Mare.
Yeah, Juan Mare, this is how quickly things can turn around. You got a great ball into Chandler Hoffman. Chandler does a great job just pulling it back across the face of the goal. Good defensive work by Sacramento, staying with the runners. That's how quickly things can happen. Within the blink of an eye, all of a sudden you're under pressure.
Here's Calvo with a corner kick, in swinger, chance. Bijab gets to it, bounces around, and a similar play up over the bar for Evan Newton. And that's how dangerous this Real Monarchs side can be. They don't take a lot of shots, Kevin, but when they do, they're very dangerous.
Yeah, good look at right here with Nick Biesler getting up. Needs to do a little better to bring that ball down towards target. Sacramento, I think, need to be a bit concerned. That's 2 set pieces in a row right now, allowing Salt Lake to get on the end of things, and Sacramento need to be a little bit more tight defensively on those set pieces. And that's one of these things you start talking about when the postseason starts. Set pieces become a huge battle. You start really tracking these metrics as a coach and as a team and as a manager of who's winning these battles. Through the course of a playoff run, set pieces are a huge component to success. And if you're winning those battles, there's a good chance that you're winning games.
Well, the one thing we've seen, Real Monarchs can be susceptible to set pieces. 2 of them went for goals for San Antonio. That was the last win by an opponent here. Only 2 defeats at Rio Tinto for this Real Monarchs side in the last 2 years.
It's really funny as a player, too. Once you get to these stretches, whether it's a cup tournament or playoffs, training sessions start to change a little bit. It's a good ball over the top.
And Wilson Nishaw is being whistled time and time again for being offside tonight, but I feel like you got to keep pushing the boundaries here.
Yeah, not even sure the linemen had their flag up, but still Nishaw, I love seeing him on that final defender. A good ball over the top. But what I'm saying is, like, it's funny how these training sessions start to change and evolve a little bit as you come to these winner go home type games where a lot more energy is spent on set pieces, and you start working on penalties at the end of training sessions. It's just the energy and everything changes about those training sessions leading up to these games, which it just changes the atmosphere. It's really fun and enjoyable as a player, and I really think that the set piece battle is one of those key moments in these series that needs to be focused on and really worked on. And you can really start to track whoever wins those set piece battles. I'm telling you, Rob, more often than not are winning games and getting results.
Well, you can see the players wearing gloves here tonight. It is 46 degrees in Salt Lake City right now. Maybe a little bit warmer where you are. We want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. This ball sent up over the top, and a great play from Chris Christian to keep that away from Juan Mare. Biesler to the left side. Looking for the possession here. Real Monarchs trying to build something. Moving forward, trying to cut in, and it's out of play. I want to thank our pub partners for hosting these events tonight. For all those of you at Sacktown Sports Bar, of course, the Brass Tap and Bull Wings Bar and Grill. Appreciate all of you for tuning in here for this one. Real Monarchs, Sacramento Republic 1 versus 8 in the USL Cup on the line. Sacramento have a tough road ahead. It'd be a big win here tonight. It would take the USL by surprise, and I don't think anyone would question Sacramento from this point on. This is a club that has already a championship in 2014, but the road will be much tougher this year in 2017.
I promise you, too, Salt Lake, when they saw the schedule, how it's shaping out, they did not want to play Sacramento in their first round of the playoff game. I mean, it's tough for them to have such a good season and to come in and play the 8 seed who happens to be Sacramento. And I'm telling you, still the talent and the capability of Sacramento is there. And I guarantee you, Salt Lake staff and manager were concerned about probably playing Sacramento because we know they can come in here and get a result tonight.
Ball set up. Very physical play from that back line, and while Wilson Nishaw has been called offside 3 times already tonight, he's got to continue to fight big size. When you look at a guy like Tyler Pay, who was with Portland with Nick Biesler a season ago. Here's Luis Espino, the youngster with a goal in his debut, has been a bit quiet since in the midfield. Ochoa's got a little bit of space here. Things are starting to level out here at Rio Tinto. Caceres. Sacramento 3-2 all time in the playoffs, of course, winning all 3 games in 2014. And losing to Los Angeles in 2015, and then a season ago to Orange County. Ball set up, looking for Nisha. Nisha battling, and a battle continues with James Moberg, and a foul is called, and it could be against the Sonoma County kid, or it's going to be a throw here. So they will not call the foul, but it will be James Moberg who's slow to get up.
It's a good ball in here by James Kiffey, just curling it around Moberg, finding that run by Wilson Nisha. Good effort here by Moberg to get back, but Wilson Nisha,
I thought he may have gotten whistled there.
You know, Moberg goes down probably a little bit soft right there and really kind of instigates the contact.
Moberg with the Real Monarchs a season ago, but only made 8 appearances. He was loaned to Carolina. Bijeb deep into the corner. He's going to loft one high into the cross area, and it's Connor Sparrow comes out and makes the save, and the crowd enjoys it.
Poor giveaway by Sparrow quickly, and Sacramento does a good job. That's a really good job by Elliott Horde right there.
Horde working. Horde low cross in. Someone's got to come clean that up. Kiffey just a tad too late, and a hard challenge, and it looks like Remy Touchon will go to his pocket. It'll be the game's first yellow card, and it goes against James Kiffey in the 20th minute of play.
It doesn't look like, honestly. I think Kiffey get another look right now. Yeah, Kiffey coming in real late. As Danny Cruz is playing the ball across him. Danny Cruz just coming in, or excuse me, Kiffey coming in late. I think it's a well-deserved or earned caution.
Well, and the book on Remy Touchon is he is an official that will go quick to the book to hand out yellows, but not a guy who will hand out reds too quickly. So I think for James Kiffey, maybe a little bit of a challenge here that might go in his favor. And when we saw San Antonio and the Real Monarchs getting together, 6 yellow cards handed out in that contest. We're probably going to see a similar number here tonight in Salt Lake City.
Well, yeah, you want to see players kind of putting everything on the line right now, take some chances. Typically leads to more cautions and more of a chippy, kind of grindy sort of game. And you see right there, James Kiffey, I like that effort from him, trying to win that second ball, keep the ball in the attacking third. Something that he's going to have to deal with here for the next 70 minutes or so, not to pick up that second caution, but still, I like the effort. Playoffs, put yourself on the line and try to do something special.
Well, James Kiffey was here in 2014 when they hoisted that USL Cup trophy for the Sacramento Republic in that first inaugural season. Down low, Hoffman now, such a dangerous player. Has played at multiple levels, won a championship in 2014 with the MLS Galaxy. Here he is trying to make a home. This one's lobbed in. Easy play for Newton as he goes back. Crashing hard that time was Max Lakowecki. Zyker fans, Nike, official sponsor of the USL. For more information, you know what to do. Visit NikeSoccer.com. Lakowecki and Nick Beasler teammates on that 2014 College Cup champions for your alma mater, Notre Dame, playing here this season with the Real Monarchs.
Yeah, Bobby Clark over there in South Bend really turning the program over the last 10 years or so, making it a big powerhouse in college soccer. And you got a lot of alumni now throughout U.S. soccer. And I think before Bobby Clark got there, not too many alums coming out, but still I think just a good program down there in South Bend.
Header, Sacramento. I like what Sacramento's done so far. They've been able to take advantage. They're trying to get the ball, feed it into the middle of the park. They've just got to get a good look. No team has really been able to put some hurt on here. We saw one opportunity for the Real Monarchs in the first 15 minutes of play that went over the bar, and it was Juan Mare who couldn't connect square enough to get a good look on goal.
We haven't talked about this triangle, Rob. We've seen this before. You got the Bijev, Ochoa, and Espino triangle that has been so successful for a couple of games this year. And really, we kind of thought that the answer was provided for the Danny Barrera loss. And then all of a sudden, these guys vanished for a game or two and couldn't combine. We got them back out here tonight. I'm telling you, the talent is there. It's just a matter of how well they can link up together. and go forward together in that final third and provide opportunities for each other.
Well, here comes the high press from the Real Monarchs, something they do very well with. Ochoa has been able to break free from that back line. The flag has just gone up on 3 of the 4 attempts. Real Monarchs undefeated in their last 5 matches, 3 wins, 2 draws. Their last loss came against Arizona 2-0, and that's when the Rising were on a tear. Sacramento brought that streak 11 unbeaten to an end at Papa Murphy's Park, a 2-0 win, and that was the final home game for the Republic of the 2017 season. A little sloppy here for Sacramento. Can they clean things up? Nick Beasler and company looking to move forward. Nick Beasler also signing a contract with the first team here this year, along with Connor Sparrow. They have a lot of hope for him. Portland, did they give up on him too early? Sacramento looking to break for the other way.
That needs to be a little quicker right there. I think it's a good opportunity to break. Sammy Ochoa elects to slow things down and wait for reinforcements.
Espino to Christian, to Clemente, who is wearing the captain's armband. Clemente over the top, looking for Ochoa. Where does Ochoa fit in here tonight?
Ochoa needs to be that back-to-goal type striker. Played just a little bit underneath Wilson Nisha and try to combine, like we talked about, the triangle with Bijev and Espino. If he can do that, I think it's going to lead to success tonight, and also probably take some pressure away from Wilson Nisha so he can drift away and maybe find himself in behind at some point. So I want to see Sammy Ochoa get the ball as much as he can and be a big target and a big theme going forward. And hopefully, like I said, Nisha can kind of feed off of that and find himself in positions unmarked or unaccounted for.
To the right side, working it in. Cruz, a decorated player, 6 years in MLS. Another good signing they had. Juan Mari, Danny Cruz, Diego Calvo, who are all in the starting 11 here tonight for the Real Monarchs. Signed in August at a team that was already in first place. What a talent boost for this side.
No, really. I mean, I think it's a big shot in the arm for Salt Lake. And really, when you bring in players like that towards the end of the season, I think it really lifts the quality across the board of the team, where guys now realize, like, my position's not guaranteed anymore. I better pick things up a little bit in training sessions.
Here's Kiffy angling in. Kiffy, Ochoa, Bijev. Right side is Horde. Horde will cut in, and just a little too lazily, the pass slotted in toward goal from Bijev. But the right idea, the combination, you can see Sacramento trying to work it out here, and you feel like they get a good look on goal. This could easily be 1-0 in the next couple of minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a good ball, a good look. Both Bijev and Elliot Horde are on the same page right there. Just a good defensive play by Salt Lake to kind of snuff that out.
Sacramento's getting space here in the final third. Here's Espino. Espino with a look. Espino continuing to turn, and he'll run out of play. Back to Bijev. Spacing, is it there? Ochoa looking to make a break. Hard angle to get a goal.
Yeah, Ochoa's looking for that at his feet. You see him right there asking for it. Still, I think he needs to be a little bit more. Oh, boy.
Man, that's dangerous. The Real Monarchs, Bijev just a step slow. Here's the quickness of Velasquez, though.
Connor Sparrow gets away with one right there.
It's 2 big mistakes for Sparrow that have not gone against him quite yet. Looking up over the top, and a chance for what could be Chandler Hoffman, who's seeking his 17th goal in the season, is snuffed out by the Republic. No Trevin Caesar tonight because of that hamstring. A big loss for Sacramento, a guy who could also get behind, but Wilson Nisha has done a formidable job of stepping up into that space right now. But for Paul Buckle, someone he doesn't have an opportunity to go to the bench with. So what you have on the bench is Tyler Blackwood to probably fill that role if it's not getting done from Ochoa or Nisha up top.
Yeah, I think not having Trevin there is a little look right here, a little late challenge by Salt Lake. Nisha taking the brunt end of that, but really I think not having Trev in the lineup, when Sacramento was playing its best this season, Trevin Caesar was getting in behind, making these runs, connecting with the back four, connecting with the rest of the squad really nicely. And like I said, that was the best form that Sacramento had all year. And it's unfortunate to see him not in the lineup here tonight in this make or break, do or die game.
And no play here as it's out of play. USL, one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent, rising stars. Stay up to date. Latest league news information, uslsoccer.com. You also go on Twitter, @USL, of course. All eyes on this one here in the Western Conference. Is this the Real Monarchs and the Sacramento Republic? Is the Republic the 8th seed? The Real Monarchs are number 1. Sebastian Velasquez, a big reason for that. 9 goals, 6 assists on the year. Several guys with double-digit opportunities on this Real Monarchs side, but it's just Chandler Hoffman who is in the double digits. 16 goals, 7 assists. He's been fantastic. A player who's had MLS experience, USL experience. We've been used to dealing with him with Los Angeles Galaxy too. And he's been a key player for this side and a guy who's in the running for the USL MVP award. Kiffy, Espino now on Velasquez. They'll switch the field. Left side, looking for a cross. They'll loft one in, back post. Kiffy is there, he'll settle it down and tries to get it out of play, and it may have earned a throw. And it may have been a corner kick. So it will be the first corner kick, or the second corner kick for the Real Monarchs tonight. And one thing you talked about is limiting these opportunities.
Yeah, limiting these set pieces. There's a good opportunity right there. James Kiffy does everything right, takes a chance to bring that ball down. Just needs to have the technique at the end to put that ball out for a throw rather than a corner kick. Let's see how Sacramento can deal with this.
It'll be a left-footed strike here from the left-footed Sebastian Velasquez. Lofted, back post, and a foul is called as Christian was there. But so far, you look at this, Kevin, Sacramento playing the better soccer so far, about 30 minutes in.
Yeah, I think they've been controlling the possession here. They've been controlling the pace of this game. But we talk about this all season, Rob. When you have these runs of form during the course of a game, during the course of a match, can you capitalize on it? Can you get a goal? Sacramento really have only had one legitimate look here, and that's early in the match with Wilson Nishaw. It's a poor ball out by Evan Newton. But can they capitalize here? You know, to think that you're going to control the entire game, it's a bit of a stretch. And can you capitalize when you do have the ball?
Seems to have been the Achilles heel for this Republic team all season long. When they make mistakes, they have just been absolutely devastating. The lapses have come for only a few minutes per these matches, but their inability to score has hurt them tremendously. Their goal differential just 2 on the year. Compare that to the Real Monarchs, which is 28, which is best in the USL. Espino looking forward, takes it back.
It's too slow, Rob. I think the few chances they've had right now when they've won the ball on a turnover, they got to go quicker, Sacramento does.
Well, we saw that in the first 10 minutes of play. It seems to have changed. Is the altitude an issue? Because this is a tough place to play, and the cold weather, it can't be fun to continue to make those long darting runs. Christian will keep it on the floor. A quick tap, looking for Ochoa, not able to get there in time. As Taylor Pay able to recover. Sacramento winning the second balls here tonight, Kevin. Going to be key later on. Kiffy back to Hall. Finding Caceres. Quick poke to Bajev. Bajev looking to turn, a little holding from James Moberg. Along the shoulders, not called. Public will swing it around from Clementa to Christian, out to Kiffy. Hall. Looking for Ochoa. Hall stepping up. Espino looking. Kiffy pressuring. Velasquez showing a little bit of work out there, and he's finally tackled by Sammy Ochoa.
So he goes down pretty soft right there. Still a good piece of technique by Velasquez.
Crowd wanted a yellow card. They're not going to get one off of that play. He just cut back in. Sammy Ochoa was making a play from behind. 1 versus 8. Sacramento, the victim of the upset a year ago in penalty kicks, in which they could not put the ball in the back of the net in the first 90. And then it went to extra time. Similar story, penalty kicks. And it was just one better kick than the other. Velasquez with a big swing. Kiffy there. Talked to Augustine Caceres in the middle of the week and asked him about playing in this type of altitude, and he said it's hard because you've almost got to hang out here for a month even to get used to it. You got to just go and you got to take your opportunities when they are. Here's Bijev to the left side. Wilson Nishaw. Nishaw with an opportunity. Nishaw with a crack at it. It's defended at the last minute. Nishaw just one too late of a touch.
That is such a good chance for Sacramento. You got 4-on-2. Wilson Nishaw elects to go on the right foot. I think he makes a mistake right here. You got to take it across your body. Use your left foot and try to strike it with your left foot. Bringing it to that side allows the defender to get a good look. It looks like it might have been a Roscoe. Excuse me, Tyler Pay coming back. You allow that defender to come into play. If you put it on your left foot, it takes that much longer for that defender to get across your face. And I think Wilson Nishaw needs to use his left foot right there.
Outswinger, James Kiffey, lofted high, Sacramento.
All right, Rob, you're not going to get much better chance than that. I think it's a huge miss by Sacramento and not opportunity not taken at all to not at least challenge the goalkeeper Connor Sparrow in that situation.
Well, why even take another touch? Why not just strike it in stride?
Yeah, 4-on-2, breaking against the run of play. It's a great chance for Sacramento, great chance for any team. And I think Wilson Nishaw just needs to make a better decision in that situation to put it on his left foot. His weaker left foot, I'll give you that. But still, that's the decision that you need to make, and allows the defender, Tyler Pay, to get himself involved and make that tackle.
And here's what's been so devastating for this Republic team is not been able to score on opportunities when presented. A 13% conversion rate from this team. It's not very good. We don't have to spell it out for you. And that has been a big issue. They're creating chances. James Kiffey leads the league in crosses. He has 61 chances, which leads the Republic. And their shots are 5th in the USL. So the opportunities are there, Kevin. At what point do you have to make them better? And there's another foul out in the open field. And Sammy Ochoa is going to get a talking to, and he says that's enough, as Nick Biesler is going to take to a knee.
I like that effort from Sammy Ochoa, to be honest. I'll take that all day. If you got your striker running around, being busy, making it difficult,
wow.
Maybe a little bit late, maybe a little lazy by Sammy Ochoa in the end, but still, I love the effort by Sammy, making it difficult for Salt Lake, not giving him any easy opportunities.
Well, Moberg pushing this one up. Defending well, Kiffey here. Here's Velasquez again, so dangerous at his feet. Turning here is Diego Calvo, Costa Rican men's national team player who's made his debut against the United States in that dreadful snow game in the Northwest. Chance here, looking to turn for an opportunity. One touch, two touch, and it's sprayed wide. It's Juan Mare who scored his first USL goal against the Republic back in September at Papa Murphy's Park. Has now missed 2 good opportunities for the Real Monarchs.
He's got a really good look. Good step there by James Kiffey, and a really good turn actually by Mare. Doesn't see Kiffey sneaking up on that back post. And from that angle, kind of leaning back away from goal, Juan Mare would have taken something special to beat Evan Newton. But good build-up by Salt Lake nonetheless.
Kiffey trying to thread the needle. He's been pressuring from that left wing. Horde has had a couple of decent crosses as well. They're going to need more of them here. No score after 36 minutes and change. Sacramento with a great look. Wilson Nishaw just one too much of a heavy touch there. Tyler Pay able to recover. And it's been 2 good looks from Juan Mare for the other side for the Real Monarchs. Alongside Kevin Goldthwaite, I'm Rob McAllister with you here in these 2017 version of the USL Playoffs. Number 8 Republic, number 1 the Real Monarchs. Salt Lake City's where they're playing this one, where it's 45 degrees. Turning Calvo. Calvo's only made 5 appearances for this club since signing in August. This is 3rd start. Velasquez in the middle again here. Bijev. I like the aggressive and a high arm coming from Nick Biesler, and Nick Biesler is going to be hit with a yellow card, and slow to get up will be Wilson Nishaw.
I'll say Nishaw takes the brunt of this. You got Biesler just showing his elbow a little bit too much. I don't think there's any malice or intent in this. Maybe protecting himself a little bit. I don't think Biesler's got that sort of personality in him to be malicious, but still, you get another look right here. Biesler's going up, extending that right arm a little bit.
Poor Wilson Nisha, he's taken 2 strong hits here tonight. So Remy Touchon trying to keep control here tonight between these two sides. He knows what's on the line for each of these clubs. Real Monarchs trying to become the 3rd straight team to win the Supporters Shield and then the USL Cup in the same season. New York Red Bulls did it last year.
Here we are, Rob. We're approaching this final 5 minutes of the half.
Beautiful touch from Bijev there, just a little too heavy.
Yeah, let's see if they can keep the pressure on Sacramento. We're approaching this final 5 minutes, and let's see how successful Sacramento can be here. Not conceding, maybe trying to go out and nick a goal before the half.
Sacramento with 7 clean sheets on the season. Ball sent through. Hoffman not running. Well, for our fans at home, you can follow live stats and more via Twitter at Sac Republic FC, hashtag SLCVSAC. Also, you can follow USL Cup Playoffs, hashtag USL Playoffs. Simple as that. Those are the balls we've seen more from Christian. He's become more accurate as the season has come on. We've looked at his play against Phoenix. We thought that was the best game we'd seen Christian play all year.
Yeah, very consistent. Not many mistakes as a center back. Not letting people in behind you, winning your aerial battles. Need to see him continue that run of form into the playoffs in order for Sacramento to try to make a run here in the playoffs.
Republic are very thin at center back. We've seen Jeremy Hall go back there. We've seen Carlos Rodriguez, still a youngster developing, go back there. But Paul Buckle, whenever Clemente has been called up to the Montenegrinense national team, hasn't had a whole lot of options. Sacramento moving here. A good chance for the Republic, and it just sprays it up over their bar. Luis Espino trying to make something big happen on the road, just can't find target.
Yeah, what a great run by Espino. A bit of a delayed run here. And you get a look, it goes on his right foot, and he's just not following that ball on target. You see him kind of fall away to his right side right here. You want to see him take a couple steps towards target to keep that ball underneath the crossbar, but a good run nonetheless. If there's anybody on Sacramento's side right now that you want to see on the ball in that final third taking a strike, Espino's one of those guys and just can't get the ball on target. And we talk about it every week, Rob. You got to find target to challenge these goalkeepers.
Well, Luis Espino and Vian Bijev, probably the 2 best on the ball in that final third. It's going to be a good night if we're seeing more opportunities from those 2.
You got to take your chances, though, Rob. That's 2.5, considering that first chance by Wilson Nisha for Sacramento. Legit chances that you've got to capitalize on one of those.
The foul by Vian Bijev here. Quickly getting up is Mare. To the right side, Danny Cruz. Cruz looking for an angled ball. A little bit of space here for the Real Monarchs. They'll clean it back up. Cutting in, looking for an opportunity, a deep strike. Bijev, good on the ball here. Keeps possession, and now the Sacramento Republic are moving upfield. Espino. Finding Caceres. Republic have put the Real Monarchs back on their heels for most of this match here. But can they convert?
Still too slow, my opinion, right here, building out. You gotta be able to break. You can't let Salt Lake, let the opposition come back and get their shoulders right. And I think there was an opportunity to break in that instance right there that Sacramento did not capitalize on.
Kiffey stepping up. Kiffey has been so solid, played every single match here for the Republic. Here's Ochoa. Ochoa with the strike, and he sprayed it to the left. Another chance from Sacramento squandered, and it remains scoreless in Rio Tinto.
Oh, man, Rob, that's the triangle connecting really nicely and combining beautifully. You get a good look right here. I can tell you what, Sammy Ochoa has plenty of time, gets his head up. A bit of a deflection, but still not the best take or the best chance by Sammy Ochoa. You want to see him be a little bit more convictive going towards target with that thing. Maybe hit it with his laces right there. Still a good job by Conospero. Looks like he gets his shoelace on the ball.
Just enough of a tap. Connor Sparrow has allowed less than a goal per game. James Kiffey Opportunity. Sacramento down. Ochoa goes in the box. Espino will get to it. Fantastic footwork from Espino to keep the action rolling for Sacramento. Switch here. Kiffy volleys it down. Kiffy again cutting out. Looking to work his way back in. Pops up and it nearly finds its way in. And it pops up over the bar as James Kiffy's skill level on display here late in the first half.
I tell you what, that really doesn't miss by much. Connor Sparrow doesn't have any idea what that ball's doing. And a little more fortunate bounce for Sacramento. That ball's in the back of the net.
Republic have momentum. Can they convert? Ball's bouncing around. Back out. Good play from Nisha. Ochoa looking for it from Kiffy. Won't get it. And now it's the Real Monarchs looking to break on their own. Cutting it back in. Cruz finding on the overlap. And a little bit of a battle here between Vasquez and Wilson Nisha, and Nisha will win. I thought Nisha has played very well here in this first 45 minutes of play. He's been aggressive. He's looking to get behind that back line.
So the Sacramento just needs to take their chances. You talk about these games, these winner-go-home games. Someone needs to step up, be a man, and put the ball in the back of the net. It's not for lack of chances, Sacramento. They've had plenty of chances here tonight.
Ochoa off his head. Down he goes. Real Monarchs able to win it back. Here's their specialty. This counter is very dangerous. Out on the white side, they're trying to get something here. Out comes Evan Newton, and he'll pick it up. Breaking again, Chandler Hoffman.
Good job by Evan Newton. On his front studs right there. Coming out quickly.
We talked to Paul Buckle, and he said, we're going to play open. We're going to be attacking. We're going to be quick. So we just need someone to step up and be the hero.
I tell you what, those are three really, really good chances for Sacramento. You really can't ask for much more than that. Just all you need now is somebody on Sacramento to step up.
And the foul is called on the midfield. And with that, the fourth official has indicated 1 minute of Gilmore Services stoppage time. You need dependable Sacramento HVAC company. Trust Gilmore Heating and Air. Espino goes down. And Vasquez.
Espino's bailed out right there. I don't think Velasquez does much there. Chance for Sacramento to kind of kill this game or kill this half.
Christian looking for Nisha. Nisha goes down on his knees and colliding, and there's going to be a set piece for Sacramento here.
This couldn't shape out better for Sacramento right now. Coming off that set piece, you're thinking just kill the ball in the final third. Nope, you get lucky and you get yourself a really good chance for a set piece in this final third. And let's see how deadly Sacramento can be in this situation. You already see Emerick Clemente running up this ball, feeling confident.
That was smart for Nisha to go down there as it was poked by Emilio Orozco.
So probably going to be the last kick of this half, so you got nothing to lose here. Let's see if your technique can hold up here in the last couple moments.
Emerick Clemente did it against Phoenix, breaking a stalemate. Can he do it again here in the USL Playoffs in 2017?
A difficult distance and a difficult angle for a right-footed player. If I'm Emra, I'm looking for that near post, upper corner, up above the wall. Still would love to see Sacramento crash this goal, look for the second ball, but Emra's probably going to be looking for that near post.
And it's Chris Christian who drills it, and it's a beautiful save from Connor Sparrow.
A great effort by Chris Christian right there, and that's the half, but still, good effort by Sacramento. Plenty of chances in this first half. Really making things difficult for Salt Lake. A good look right there, and a good save by Connor Sparrow. I like that, trying to catch Connor Sparrow a little bit flat-footed, and a good strike there by Chris Christian.
Everyone was thinking the right-footed Emerick Clemente. Instead, it's the other center back, Chris Christian, but the Sacramento Republic can't break through. We're going to go to the break here at the halftime. No score between the Real Monarchs and the Sacramento Republic. Should be an exciting 45 coming up. We got a great halftime show for you. Don't go away.
There's a place that brings together teams of world-class problem solvers. Here, they save lives at a moment's notice. Restore sight to those who otherwise would not see. Empower those facing immobility to live active lives. Through teamwork and bold innovation, they confront the toughest medical challenges to make the world a healthier place. UC Davis Health System.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Northern California Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
Here we are, our eyes wide open. We see the road ahead. We're part of something bigger. We're the dreamers, the heroes, the ones who change our communities, build our cities, are passionate about compassion. There are more like you here than unlike you. So take hold and see yourself in the present. See that vision unfold among others. Redefine the possible. Redefine you.
To try to break through here, but it remains scoreless at Rio Tinto as the Real Monarchs and the Sacramento Republic going head-to-head in this quarter-final matchup here in the USL Playoffs in 2017. Let's take a look at our first half highlights brought to you by NorCal Honda and Sacramento and the Real Monarchs. Early on, it was the Republic who came out aggressive, but it was the Real Monarchs with the game's first really good look. And on set pieces is where they can be so dangerous.
Yeah, a couple set piece looks for Salt Lake tonight, but really didn't challenge Evan Newton. Evan Newton really didn't have too much to do. And I think the majority of the play was Sacramento. This is really the only chance for Salt Lake where Juan Mare's got a good look right here. Great ball across the face of the goal by Chandler Hoffman, and Mare just can't bring that ball down underneath the crossbar.
And a hard challenge going against James Kiffey, the game's first yellow card coming in the 20th minute. As slow to get up would be Danny Cruz, who took a hard one down low. But here is the opportunity Sacramento needed to convert on. Wilson Nisha.
Just one too many touches, Rob. He's got to pull that one touch onto your left foot and strike it rather than trying to make it back, bring it back to the right foot. And a good break opportunity by Sacramento, to be honest. And still, here's another good look by Salt Lake. It's going to take something real special to beat Evan Newton. Once again, Mare getting on that right foot, leaning away from goal. Good step by James Kiffey. Going to be real difficult to beat Evan Newton leaning back away from goal.
Clementa was in the neighborhood as well. Here's Sacramento with another good opportunity and a strike from Espino just over the bar. Great
Espino technique letting him down. He's got to follow that ball into the back of the net. Even a better look right here, Sammy Ochoa. It's a good save, to be honest. Conospero got his foot on the ball. I don't know if it's going to find the back of the net either way. But still, Sacramento's had plenty of chances in this half. It should come out here with a goal.
So Christian couldn't convert there. Another good opportunity. Sacramento, chance after chance, but it remains no score in Salt Lake City. Each team with an opportunity on goal just could not make something of it. Sacramento owning the possession, but we've seen that before. How will it translate into goals being scored and moving on to the semifinals in the Western Conference? It's been a great first 45 minutes of play. We've got a lot more coming up for you here on the halftime show. Don't go away. Big announcement on Monday. We'll tell you more about that here on the halftime break as well. Number 1, number 8 here in the Western Conference. There's no score after 45. Don't go away.
This is your RAM Auto Update.
The Roseville Auto Mall is a car buyer's dream come true.
The buying experience was really quick, easy. It made us feel comfortable and actually appreciated. I'm ecstatic about what happened today.
The selection of factory certified vehicles has never been better.
And I was amazed at the inventory.
There's thousands to choose from at this huge sales event.
The best part for me is getting a good deal.
Factory certified means savings at the Roseville Auto Mall. Driven to be the best.
Crunch Fitness, the gym where no judgments rule. Here, you do you. Free to stretch, sing, run, skip, squat, lift, whatever, from the minute you walk through our door to the high five you get on your way out. We bring on the sweat with a zillion classes, shiny stuff, heavy stuff, and the personal training you need to feel awesome. And with no long-term commitments, you get all this without stressing your budget. Join for just $9.95 a month.
Unleash the terror! Six Flags Fright Fest, Northern California's biggest and most terrifying event, with thrills by day, fright by night, and the scariest coasters in the dark. Over 7 haunted attractions, including the horrifying Carnival. The end is near. Don't miss the final days of Fright Fest and get our best deal on 2018 season passes. Weekends through October 31st.
Is your car smart enough for California? It is if it's a Ford Fusion, with technology to get you into a tight spot. That's California smart. Buy now and get 0 for 72 plus 1,000 bonus cash or 5,000 total cash on Fusion.
At US Bank, we believe one small change can echo throughout an entire community. That's why we proudly support, invest, and volunteer in communities like yours. Because the changes we make today
Can you hear me?
shape the possibilities of tomorrow. US Bank, the power of possible.
Shopping for energy products can lead to so many decisions. Wouldn't it be great if you had a trusted go-to spot? The spot is SMUDEnergystore.com, where you'll find the best products to help lower your bill, all recommended by your community-owned, not-for-profit SMUD. We're here to help with deals you won't find anywhere else. For a limited time, get this Nest thermostat with our $75 instant rebate. Shop with us at SMUDEnergystore.com.
Papa Murphy's Law of the F word. No, this F word. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us every day. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your bingo. Tonight, home bake our most popular pizza, a large cowboy, topped with pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and olives. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
There's a place that brings together teams of world-class problem solvers. Here, they save lives at a moment's notice. Restore sight to those who otherwise would not see. Empower those facing immobility to live active lives. Through teamwork and bold innovation, they confront the toughest medical challenges to make the world a healthier place. UC Davis Health System.
And welcome back to Rio Tinto, Salt Lake City. No score at the break between the #1 seed Real Monarchs and the #8 seed, the Sacramento Republic. Well, on Monday, the Sacramento Republic FC and UC Davis Health announced a first of its kind in MLS. Well, a formal partnership between UC Davis Health and the official kit partner for the Republic at the MLS level. It's a 5-year deal. It's the first ever binding jersey sponsorship secured prior to a team earning formal entry into MLS. The announcement also includes $300,000 to be invested in community programs and resources. The announcement took place at Oak Ridge Elementary School in Oak Park. Public players hosted a mini soccer clinic and games with friends of street soccer as well. Well, in attendance was Mayor Darrell Steinberg, UC Davis Chancellor May, UC Davis Medical Center CEO Ann Madden Rice, and dozens of more community leaders and city council leaders as well.
Have finalized an agreement for the team's official kit sponsorship. This championship combination that our boys in Old Glory Red have been wearing at the USL level will carry them to Major League Soccer.
UC Davis Health is a pillar of our community, and there's no better kit partner or a better organization to demonstrate how strong our support is here in our neighborhoods, our community, and region.
The Republic FC, the Sacramento community, and UC Davis Health are sending yet another sign to MLS that Sacramento is the strongest prospective market in America, and we're ready for MLS.
Yeah.
Sacramento. That came on Monday for that announcement. So Sacramento's push for MLS continues.
Get into the Halloween spirit with Good Day. Call Curtis, winner of 2 Emmys, including Best News Reporter.
Have a consumer problem? No problem. Just go to cbs13.com/call Curtis.
Welcome back to the break. Kids at Rio Tinto, and joining this one here is it is 0-0 still between the two sides. No score from either. Each had chances, but not to be quite yet. Let's take a look now at our playoff bracket in one other match already in the books tonight, and it was 1 versus 8, and Louisville moving on, the #1 seed. They are into the conference semifinals. Looking good there. A couple of good matchups. New York Red Bulls 2 sneaking back in. Can they defend their title? Going to be a big story. Cincinnati started hot, got slow. They're back now at the 6th seed. Should be an interesting one. But to keep an eye on for Sacramento, Swope Park, Phoenix, that takes place tomorrow in Kansas City. The winner of this match will take on one of those 2 teams coming up next weekend.
Yeah, almost pick your poison between the 2 of those teams. You don't know which one you want to face, but it's going to be a battle nonetheless.
I think the Republic will take a win either way, right? So let's look around the league here. It's been one heck of a year for many of these clubs, first-team clubs, first year come, and we've had some clubs that have done some really great things. And the Golden Glove going to Thomas Gomez for the Rochester Rhinos. And then you look at Dane Kelly and earning that golden boot. He has been fantastic for Reno in his first year.
18 goals, first year in Reno. A wonderful performance, a couple hat tricks. Just an incredible year by Dane Kelly.
And so let's take a look at some of those top spots, Coach of the Year. And there is opportunities for this club here tonight. Mark Briggs is one of those coaches that could be named the USL Coach of the Year. But you like someone else for this.
You know, personally, I think what Reno's been doing this year, it's their first year of existence coming in. And Ian Russell, a player, a former teammate of mine, I think has done a fantastic job up there in Reno. So my vote would be for Ian Russell. I think he's done a great job with that squad.
And Mark Briggs, I think, would probably get my vote for him taking over as Mike Petke was brought up right away. So Defender of the Year, a couple of big names out here. And I know one of the Republic players is in the mix as well. Former Republic player, Harrison Delbridge. You could make a case for him in the center back position. Sebastian Ibiago, one of the better players in the Western Conference, no doubt about it. But how about James Kiffey?
Yeah, best left back in the league, and I think one of the most difficult positions to fill for any side. And James Kiffey's been such a consistent, solid player for his time here in Sacramento. He's got my vote.
How about MVP? Where you look, there's a good chance for Juan Pablo Caffa to make a case for him.
Yeah, I look at the golden boot. At the end of the day, I mean, I think Dane Kelly had such a fantastic season. Like I said, a couple of hat tricks coming in to this season with their first inaugural season here in the USL and coming out and putting 18 goals up. That's got my vote.
All right, so there are the top 5 in the USL in positions and head coaching spots. We'll see how those all shake out as the playoffs continue on here. We're getting back out to the field. The fans trying to stay warm. Low 40s now in Salt Lake City. But Real Monarchs have been playing a little bit colder on the pitch as well. They've had a couple of good looks. But overall, you like Sacramento in that first half of play, huh, Kevin?
I mean, the first half of play, they clearly had more legitimate chances. On my count, 3 or 4 legitimate chances for Sacramento. Probably 1 or 2 half chances for Salt Lake. It's the kickoff's underway here. But really, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's 0-0. Sacramento needs to capitalize on the chances, which is something that we talked about early in this game. Can they capitalize?
Well, they're in the attack here. Moving forward, Espino off to the left side. He's going to dump it for Kiffey. Kiffey was aggressive late in that half. Had a couple of good services into the box. Here's another one, Ochoa. Real Monarchs will clean it up. Sacramento has been susceptible out of the break. Gave up 2 goals against the Real Monarchs last time these two teams faced at Papa Murphy's Park, 47th and 49th minute. This time it's Horde looking to turn. Trying to get past Mac Lakawecki. Hall moving forward at the feet of Caceres into the area. Still time for Sacramento. And battling, down goes Sparrow and Nisha, and Sacramento continues to put the pressure on. Paul Buckle wanted to see it. Different attitude from the Republic. We like to see this.
Yeah, coming out in your front studs, really putting pressure on Salt Lake, and Connor Sparrow kind of gets bailed out right there. Don't think he should have been coming out to try to collect that ball. But fortunate for him, he's got defenders in front of him, bodying up, allowing that ball to come and track back to him. But still, good couple moments here for Sacramento early in the second half. And we want to see these guys come out aggressive, something that we haven't seen them do, really take the game to the opposition. And they haven't done that really this season at all. They've been more of the sit back and wait and see how things are going and try to hopefully not concede a goal. So let's continue for Sacramento to push forward in the second half and take your chances when you get them. I mean, that's got to be the conversation in the locker room for Paul Buckle. It's when the moment presents itself, take your chance.
Chance here for the Real Monarchs moving forward, looking for some space. And the run wasn't there. Lakawecki was on the weak side, asking for something as well. The Real Monarchs have scored at least 2 goals in 19 of their 20 wins. I think a big key here tonight, you keep Real Monarchs to 1 goal or less, you have a good chance. Obviously, if it's less, you're probably going to get out the win, but that should be something Sacramento should keep a strong eye on. They've done a good job for the first 45 and change. How much does this altitude play in for Paul Buckle here in the second half?
Yeah, as you're going to start thinking about it and probably have more, activity on the sideline, getting players warmed up, ready to go. As the 50th, 60th minute approaches, you might see some heavy, tired legs, but really so far for Sacramento, I think, no change is really needed. And let's see how these guys can deal with the altitude. And let's see if that altitude's really going to play a factor in the game, and imagine it is. Salt Lake's a tough place to come into. Altitude, one thing, and also just the weather being a bit cold tonight, 49 degrees, is something to think about.
A couple of key players include Tyler Blackwood on the bench, Hayden Partain, who's worked his way back in from injury as well. But no Trevin Caesar. We've talked about that, dealing with the hamstring issue. Should the Republic win, he could be available next week. But you've got to get there first. Good service in here from Clementa. Bijev looking for Nisha. Defended well by Orozco. Second chance in Sacramento. On the board in the 49th minute. It's Luis Espino, and they've got a shocker going on here. It's Salt Lake City.
What a start to the second half. Sacramento really putting the pace of the game here to Salt Lake, and Luis Espino just trailing that ball across the face of the goal. It's a good look right now. Good ball in, and really a big mistake by Orozco, trying to shield this ball out, not playing it safe, just simply clear the ball. The ball's safe and clear, and Espino does a great job trailing this thing, and wonderful effort by Wilson Nisha, just trailing this in effort, blue-collar work right here. And a great ball drug across the face of the goal, and a great finish by Espino, putting Sacramento up 1-0. Big, good great start to the second half for Sacramento.
Well, the pressure and the opportunities, they finally break through here. 4 minutes into play.
Now all you're thinking, you should be thinking, is a good 5 minutes here.
They've conceded many right after giving a goal. How can they thwart the attack and get it right back on that front studs? We've seen too many times, Kevin, they relax a bit after scoring that goal.
Yeah, and really, what a wonderful effort by Wilson Nisha, staying with that ball. And really, Emilio Orozco, he's going to be thinking about that one later tonight. Needs to do better defensively with that. Don't take any chances. Clear the ball out. It's a great look on when to not take chances and to be a bit greedy and not try to concede a corner kick, as Orozco was probably trying to do there. But obviously, in hindsight, corner kick's going to be a lot better than conceding a goal. And Wilson Nisha takes advantage of that opportunity, and they take their chance. That's the first chance of the second half, and Sacramento grabs it and puts it in their back pocket for a goal.
So Wilson Nisha dealing with that ankle sprain. Hard to plant when you've had an injury like that. He did a beautiful job staying upright and getting that ball. We talked about Bijev and Espino on top of the ball in that final third. It was that time. Wilson Nisha with a clinic, and now the Republic lead by a goal. 50 minutes in. Still plenty of time for both of these sides here. And also, the Real Monarchs down.
And also, we talked about, Rob, in this pregame, talking about Bijev getting involved in that final third. And he's the one who supplies that ball, that entry pass into Wilson Nisha. Great little kind of peeled off run by Nisha, and really kind of creates something out of nothing. But still, Bijev creating and providing opportunities for players in that final third. And we mentioned it, he's going to be the one that needs to be active in that final third, and we saw it right there with a good ball into Wilson Nisha, and Wilson Nisha does the rest to supply it to Espino.
It's been a bit shaky for this Real Monarchs side in deep into September and early October. Not playing like they had in the first 4 or 5 months of the season. Ochoa now with an opportunity to his left, finding Nisha. Nisha on stride. Triple team coming, and he's collapsed on top as plenty of help coming from the Real Monarchs side. Bad giveaway. Hall to the foot of Hoffman. Hoffman's going to spray it out to the left. Lakawecki, 24-year-old. To the top they go. Diego Calvo. Too much space for Velasquez. Back to Lakawecki. And Lakawecki can't keep it at his feet. Keeps it right in play along the touchline. Back to Velasquez. Velasquez working in, looking for an angle. Cuts it in. And it's poked away. Dangerous opportunity. Real Monarchs continuing to put the pressure on the Republic. Jeremy Hall. And the mistakes for the Real Monarchs piling up, and it could cost them here in this one. And a good clearance by Sacramento. Republic score, Wilson Nisha to Luis Espino. If you missed it, it was a beauty from Nisha to keep it in play. Here's Bijev. Nice touch. Moving against Beasler. Has a little bit of room along the right side. Nobody running with him. He's going to try to earn a throw here. And it may go to the Real Monarchs, and it will.
Yeah, this is fine. Let's see if you can pin him in here. It's a good run in by Bijev, playing against his former teammate. Nick Beasler down there in the corner.
Nike, an official sponsor of the USL, NikeSoccer.com. Cool night in Salt Lake City. It's interesting, Kevin. It was late September, which when the Sacramento Republic won their USL Cup in 2014. Here we are, October 20th, nearly a month later, and we're starting the first round of the playoffs.
That just shows how much the league's grown.
And the talent has increased as well. You look at a team like Real Monarchs, the first 2 years, they really were working hard on using this as an academy stepping stone to the first team. They've changed their thought process here. Mike Petke trying to bring in players that could be ready to step in with that first team. They found a good recipe. They won the Supporters Shield, but right now they trail by a goal, 1-0 to the number 8 seed Sacramento Republic. Lakawecki looking to send a cross in. He'll work it back in. Back heel. A little too cute for the Real Monarchs. Bijev will take it and run with it. Nisha shielding. Ochoa. Ochoa looking ahead. Here's Nisha in some space. Caceres making a run with him. Ochoa running. And Wilson Nisha will send it back out. Here comes the pressure. And that's exactly what the Real Monarchs are hoping to do, to get you on some of those recycle balls. Here's a good run. Christian going to have to make a big defensive play here, and the foul is called a set piece for the Real Monarchs in a dangerous position for the home side.
You kind of saw that building up. Chris Christian's going in with full intent right here. I'm going to get stuck in. Don't think he necessarily needs to. I think maybe there needs to be a little bit of better decision by Chris Christian just to work your feet and bring Juan Mare, push him out wide, and let reinforcements come to help defensively.
Lakawecki lazily sent in. The Republic will take that all night.
Yeah, there's Chris Christian making up for his mistake. It's well done, well controlled. It retains possession.
Here's that high press, 4-5 blue jerseys into that final third for the Republic. Juan Mare, we've talked about Sebastian Velasquez and Chandler Hoffman a lot tonight. It's been number 54 who's been a bit of pain in the side for the Republic tonight. 2 good looks earlier in the first half.
I like the patience here. He's seen a couple runs.
Bijev over the top. And offside calls. Moberg goes with a high boot to the gut of Ochoa.
And he's just offside. That's a great little look there by Sammy Ochoa, just trying to peel off. And a good ball into Sammy Ochoa as well.
How about Sammy Ochoa? Started off the year, couple of goals, brought to the bench after Republic changed their formation to that 4-diamond-2, and was called in at certain times in the year. Didn't get the minutes as some of these other guys did, but yet here he is at the end of the season, has the most goals on the team with 8.
Yeah, resilient season.
Velasquez moving forward. He's got some space. A little late, Caceres. Heavy legs coming for the Republic. They've got a lot of time. They've got to control this one. Still 35 minutes to play. Espino crawling. Beasler, so solid in the field, looking for a big strike from distance. And Diego Calvo trying to even this thing up in the 57th minute. And Evan Newton hasn't been quite tested tonight, Kevin. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, not tested. And really, I think at this point in the game, it's getting a bit open for Sacramento and Salt Lake. And Sacramento, in order for them to really kind of tighten things up, you got to tighten this game up a little bit. You don't want it back and forth, up and down. You want to slow the pace down, take the momentum out of the game, and still try to build forward, retain possession, but don't allow this thing to get out of your hands and out of your control, and let Salt Lake dictate the tempo.
Veteran leadership like a Clementa and a Kiffey, how huge will that come here tonight?
Huge. Just slow the thing down, and as you start to see things opening up and you start to see Salt Lake taking some chances and gaining momentum and retaining possession, take a foul, take a throw-in, whatever you need to do, slow the momentum down and allow your side to get back in and get involved.
Quick touch, Lakawecki to the left side. Chandler Hoffman sends it across, cleared away, opportunity. Mare down to the box they go. Cruz looking for, and it's going to be a foul on the Real Monarchs. Sacramento nearly saw this thing leveled at 1 apiece.
Yeah, Sacramento once again kind of bailed out right there. Poor clearance, looked like from Elliott Horde. Get another look, a good ball in the box here.
That's Chandler Hoffman who sent it in.
And the clearance from James Kiffey on the right foot, falling right to the feet.
It was Mare who was there, and a little shove in the back from Cruz was just enough for Remy Touchon to blow the whistle. Sacramento fans, you're going to breathe a big sigh of relief after that one.
And that's technique right there by James Kiffey. You don't need to put a big swing on that ball. I talk about compact swings all the time when you're trying to strike the ball. Just use the momentum and pace from the ball coming at you. Short swing, get good contact on it, put it out of the area. And really, James Kiffey puts it in the absolute worst position on that clearance. And fortunate from him, Juan Mari's got a heavy touch on it.
Back on that heel, maybe slipped a tad. Either way, Sacramento lucky. It's 1-0. You missed it. It was Wilson Nisha 4 minutes into this half. Got it near the end line, sent it to Espino, who slotted it home. His second goal on the year, the first for the Republic in this postseason, and it's a big one. Right side, collapsing. Kiffey's got to be careful. He's already got a yellow card tonight.
It looks like Kiffey gets himself in a good position right here. I don't know if that should be a foul.
Interesting, talking to James Kiffey and asked him how his overall play and how he's felt this year, and he said he's felt very good. He said defensively he felt he has not had his best year. He said felt like he's had a comfortable year moving forward, but he said he knows he's got to step up here in this postseason and play better when he's on the defensive side of the ball. Here's Sebastian Velasquez on a set piece for the Real Monarchs. This ball's lofted. Chance cleared away. USL, one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and, of course, rising stars. Stay up to date, USLsoccer.com, on Twitter @USL.
You know, it's going to be interesting here for the next 30 minutes, Rob, as you just tick over to the 60th minute. See another look right now, the ball served in the box. Good work by Sacramento, using their bodies, being physical. You see Chris Christian with a big push right there. But here we go for Salt Lake. They're going to start to be a bit desperate. How can Sacramento use that to their advantage? They're going to be impatient and force things. And can Sacramento use that to their advantage here tonight?
And the whistle blows a foul. Bijev will hold his ankle.
And this is where you start to take the pace of the game out, start to kill the game, slow things down, kill the momentum. Gamesmanship's happen right now. You got 30 minutes to go. It's a long time. I'm not saying waste time. and start to delay and have that tactic going. But still, there's some strategy and some gamesmanship that's going to happen. And how can you take momentum out of the game as much as you possibly can? Not sure if there's a foul there, to be honest. It's a good look there.
And if this game gets a little ugly, I think that's in the favor of the Republic. And so we do have a substitution for the Real Monarchs, and it's Karsten Hanlon, the midfielder from Denver, Colorado, who committed the foul there. Lakawecki. We've seen this Real Monarch side go a 5-3-2. We've seen them go 4-2-3-1. And they've stuck with that 5 back, feeling that the other side of the field here has not been as productive as they would like. 60 minutes gone by. Sacramento with a 1-goal advantage. Espino, the difference maker, who signed halfway through, or actually more like the end of the season, playing a big role in this one. Clemente comes out. Heavy pressure from Juan Mare again. And Evan Newton smartly is just going to send this out of play.
Yeah, I still want to see Sacramento try to play, move the ball, possess things a little bit. It's a long 30 minutes if you're going to be playing in your heels trying to park the bus.
Here's Karsten Hanlon, 2 goals on the year, looking up over the top. Real Monarchs looking for an opportunity. Lofted, up high goes Evan Newton with a great save for the Republic keeper.
Well done by Evan Newton, coming up, making himself big, grabbing that thing out of the air.
His confidence seems high in the last several weeks.
Yeah,
even though the Republic have allowed some goals, I thought he's come up with some pretty big saves. 7 saves against Reno a week ago.
Yeah, no doubt in his mind in that situation. That's what you want to see from a goalkeeper. No doubt, no question where you're going to come out.
But the Real Monarchs physical fighting here. Chandler Hoffman sending Christian down to the ground. Kiffy comes in. Hoffman still comes away with it. Finding Velasquez. Velasquez along the touchline. Moving quickly into the near the area, I should say. Ochoa shielding. Ochoa setting it free. Onside. Wilson Nisha. Just outside the penalty area. Works his way into the 18. Calling for it was Ochoa. Made a good run. Here's Bajev now. Ochoa can't stay, or excuse me, Wilson Nisha can't stay up on his feet. And now it's Jeremy Hall with some space. Right side, Horde. Horde to the right side. Looking to curl this one in. To his left foot he goes. Back post, Bijev. Bijev volleys it down to the ground with an opportunity to strike, and it nearly goes in. Off the hands of Connor Sparrow, but it was Viljan Bijev who made a good turn and look, but it just could not convert.
I tell you what, for Sacramento, sitting on their heels, they finally get a chance to break, and this is the result of sitting and finally deciding to go forward. You get a good look. It takes a big bounce right there.
That almost went in.
On Connor Sparrow. Connor does a great job to parry that thing away, but still for Sacramento to sit back as much as they had for the last 10 minutes, the first chance they break, and that's the result of your break. I think it's great play by Sacramento to really kind of flip the script here, and hopefully you can kind of stay in this attacking third for the next few moments to relieve some pressure of your back line.
Chick-fil-A quarter kick. Kiffy. Back out again. Another quarter kick.
Take your time on this.
I know you can see it in that replay. How close was that? I mean, Sparrow got a couple of fingers on that save. This easily could be 2-0 right now.
Yeah, it's a good look by Bijev.
Kiffy again. Driven hard. Chance for Sacramento. Swiped away by Connor Sparrow, and Sparrow hoping for a foul as Moberg goes crashing into the net. And it's going to be Emra Clemente who's holding his right elbow, and that is a rough side for Sacramento, and that is not what you want to see. I think both players colliding into the air there.
It's like Moberg and Clemente.
And Moberg is holding his backside. Not sure if they hit the pole or not.
Yeah, might have hit that post, and it looks like Emra's holding his shoulder.
And you really hope that that's just kind of a dead shoulder or an elbow. And nothing more than that, because Emra Clemente very vital. And here's another look at it. Both players going up, trying to brace themselves. And yes, Clemente slams into that pole there, the post, on that far side.
I don't think there's a foul there, to be honest. I think both players are going up. Emra even had probably the...
I agree. There's a hold there, and it'll be against Velasquez. Remy Touchon calling fouls on both sides here tonight. But it's Sacramento with a goal as Tucson has handed out 2 yellow cards. Kiffey in the 20th, Beasler in the 38th minute. Espino stepped off the line. Moberg seems to be okay. Deep throw, Christian to the head. Over the top, Clementa appears to be okay. Jeremy Hall. Keeping possession for Sacramento for a moment. Nisha still very active here after 66 minutes. Got to credit Nisha, who has not played a lot of game minutes in this last month. Seems to be fit and ready to go tonight. Juan Mari out to the right side. Velasquez trying to get it right back through. Sacramento doing a nice job tonight here defensively in that final third.
Yeah, I would love to be a fly on the wall down in that bench area for Sacramento. As you see, here's a substitution coming in.
Daniel Haber will check in, the former Whitecap 2 star, and he'll replace Juan Mare, who has been fantastic tonight for this Real Monarchs side. A surprising move from Mark Briggs. Daniel Haber, though, prolific scorer for the Whitecaps 2, 7 goals a season ago. Also played in the Israeli Premier League. Beasler cutting it back in. Looking for Haber, who had his first touch. This ball's lofted in, a chance, poked high. Public defending well here. Ochoa pushing Velasquez around. Velasquez trying to use his pace, bait Ochoa into it. Ball lofted in, out comes Evan Newton. Karsten Hanlon sending that shot in from deep.
You know, that doesn't look like much there by Sammy Ochoa, but great defensive effort. He's on the line, and get another look right here. Good job, Evan Newton, coming out. He's towing that line of getting a foul called against him against Velasquez. Velasquez is such a little cheeky player in the ball.
Here's an opportunity. Velasquez back just outside the area. Clementa the mark. Clementa trying to push him away. Ball's dribbled around, and it's a big save from Evan Newton near post. And wanting it a little bit deeper was Daniel Haber, and wanted it possibly sooner, but the Cornell star won't get it.
Not sure what Daniel Haber's shouting out here. It's a good effort by Velasquez.
I think he wanted it there, but just a tad too late. Good defending, Jeremy Hall, and good eye from Evan Newton.
Oh, that's a great ball by Velasquez. Haber needs to calm down a little bit. Velasquez trying to find him.
Maybe showing some frustration from the Real Monarch side. Bajev, right side, Horde. Horde's got room. Looking for Orozco in front of him.
Great decision.
Augie. Augie's going to look for it. Being held, Ochoa. And it'll be a goal kick for Sparrow.
Good ball in right there by Augustine, trying to find Sammy Ochoa. And that battle between Ochoa and Moberg's present once again. You know, look right here.
Wow. And no foul called. Moberg holding.
Good battle, in my opinion, between the two.
I will say this match has been called fairly on both sides, been consistent. Breaking, Lakawecki, left side, chance for the Real Monarchs, sent away by Emra Clementa. Velasquez wanted a bit sooner. You see the Real Monarchs starting to chip at each other a little bit here, Kevin.
Yeah, that frustration's coming, the impatience. They need to know they have 20 minutes to go. They got plenty of time.
Karsten Hanlon just gives it away. Republic.
You start to see those balls being thumped out of the back by Sacramento. I still think there's plenty of time for Sacramento to think that they need to play. You can't honker down just yet and park the bus. You still got to play a little bit. Still have to find ways to relieve pressure.
The mistakes starting to pile up for the home side. #1 seed.
I tell you what, we're in for a fun 20 minutes here, though, Rob. It's about to get really exciting here. Salt Lake's going to be throwing everything forward. Sacramento's already kind of sitting on their heels. I'd like to see them be a little bit more mobile going forward.
Ochoa drawing a foul against Taylor Pay, excuse me. Salt Lake City, Utah native. Big prospect for this team. And hurt that right hand, but he remains in this game as he has been a key part down the stretch for them. Did get a lot of opportunities, did get some time with Portland last couple of years. The sign with the Real Monarchs, along with Beasler. Ochoa battling. And we're going to have a Chick-fil-A corner kick for the Republic. 70 minutes gone by. Luis Espino with a difference maker in the 49th minute, coming from Wilson Nishaw. As Sacramento had a couple of good looks in that first half, they're finally able to convert. Coming out of the break. And a tough place to play. This is a site where the visiting side has just one win and has drawn just 3 times. 12 wins for the Real Monarchs here at Rio Tinto, the best in the USL. Kiffy. It'll come right back to number 15. Looking for a little bit of space. Cuts it again. One of the best on the ball here. Dribbling, looking for a teammate. And circling runs, and the timing was just a bit off for Sacramento. And now breaking as Jeremy Hall keeps it in possession for the Republic. Chance here. Moberg comes out. And it's Sparrow who comes up and picks it away as Moberg had to trail back.
This game's wide open. Still got to think defense first for Sacramento.
Mark Briggs, what are you doing here if you're in his position?
You're starting to bring attacking-minded players on. If you find somebody that looks like they're a little bit lethargic, a little heavy, not contributing, not producing, got to make a substitution for one of your attack-minded players.
To the left side, looking for an opportunity down low. Space is there, cleared again by the Republic. Briggs has already used 2 substitutions tonight. Carson Hanlon, and then the latest, Daniel Haber. And this ball curling and staying in. And it'll be a throw for the Republic. Wilson Nishaw gave up on it for a moment, and then Wilson Nishaw will take a moment to walk away.
Briggs really already playing that 3-5-2. I mean, you're not going to start to take a defender out and put one up top. You got to start thinking about who you're going to throw up front in a change rather than take a defender out and add an attacking player.
Well, for the Republic, all 3 substitutions still available. But the way this team is playing, it's hard to take anyone off this field as they seem to be in unison. Strong play. And up with an elbow high, Bijev, and the whistle coming late. And Bijev goes a little bit high, or was it over the line there? Looks like he got away with an elbow then, and then over the line as he tried to send it in. As the whistle finally blew.
I'm not sure how much that was over the line. That's unfortunate for Bijev. And now a chance for Salt Lake to break a little bit.
Lakawecki. Haber, Clementa, Augie, Nishaw battling. Nishaw being held by Beasler. Nishaw, some great footwork here. The Arden Archer, who came on late last year as a substitute, was brilliant off the bench for the Republic late in the year. Started the season well. And finishes with 5 goals and 5 assists. Bijev. Kiffy making a run. Kiffy to the left side. Kiffy against Pay. Kiffy sending a cross in. And it's a play for Connor Sparrow. Well, as we get closer to an MLS announcement, now is your time to secure your seat in the new stadium. To learn more, SacRepublicFC.com, 916-307-6100. Let's bring it home. Mark Briggs yelling for his team to continue to push forward. Velasquez going against Clementa, and Clementa has covered some nice ground tonight, which has allowed Horde and Kiffy to play forward. There's a play of Christian and Clementa. Clementa will come all the way over as the back line continues to solidify itself. We've seen Hall, we've seen even Bijev drop back a little bit more now. And a guy like Bijev, who you think is offensive minded, but very good on the ball, can be defensive player as well. And now it's Clementa, a little slow, hobbling here, and Evan Newton will give him a little bit more time.
Yeah, it looks like it's either, caught a knock right there or just trying to catch his breath.
And many players account this as the 2nd hardest place to play right after Denver because of that altitude and the cold weather. Christian battling. There's Velasquez again all over the turf here tonight. He's going to have to make something magical happen for this home side if they're going to try to break through here in the last 15 minutes.
I like what Paul's doing here. I don't think any changes are necessary right now. until you start to see some really tired players out there. Someone just look like they can't get their hands off their knees.
Nisha, good at his feet. Ochoa and Nisha have linked up well tonight. Good ball here from Ochoa, in stride. Bijev brings it down, sends it out wide a little bit. Now he's going to angle in, working one-on-one to his left foot. He might go, passes up on it, quick touch. Offside may have been Nisha. Back to Bijev.
I think it's the right call there by the linesman. See, looks like Nisha might have been off, but Bijev was not.
Thank you for tuning in here tonight, wherever you may be, whether at home or one of the fabulous watch parties in Sacramento, Sacktown Sports Bar, the Brass Trap, or the Bull Wings Bar and Grill. We appreciate you tuning in for this one here, the first round of the Western Conference quarterfinals. Number 1, Salt Lake City. Number 8, Sacramento. Beasler moving forward to the left side. Lakawecki able to come down with it. Good chance here for Chandler Hoffman and the Real Monarchs. Out comes Evan Newton with a big save as Haber was heading toward goal.
Good job, Evan Newton. Quick to come off his line once again. Good build-up play by the Monarchs. Some nice combination play as Haber just is a little bit of a heavy touch.
And look at Espino, just a little bit of a hold there to slow down Daniel Haber. Republic can't let up now. Sammy Ochoa and Wilson Nisha have logged a lot of miles here this evening. They've been fantastic.
Looks like some heavy legs. Sammy Ochoa up top. I mean, a substitution might be needed here coming up.
Haber. Left side. Real Monarchs down to the box they go. No whistle blown. And both players cringing out on the turf here as it's Danny Cruz and Emra Clementa.
I tell you what, that's got a legitimate shout for a penalty. I'm not sure if Danny Cruz is going to get on the end of this and is probably looking for this contact, to be honest, as well. As maybe a foul's being given here, or are they waiting for players to?
I think they're waiting for players to get up here as Nick Beasler is having a word. Let's take another look at it, Kevin. Break it down.
You got Emra coming in just a little bit late. You know, Emra not working his feet right there. And I also feel like if it is Danny Cruz is looking for that contact and not going to get on the end of it to begin with. But still, one of those calls, the referee, that's a big moment in this game right now. Danny Cruz is thinking that should be a penalty. Tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if a penalty was given. Emra's got to work his feet a little bit better in that situation.
Tired legs, altitude.
Tired legs by Emra right there. That's a good example. We just saw him a couple moments ago. Hands on his knees, kind of looks like trying to catch his breath. And that's a product of it right there. I think the heavy legs, you start to think a little bit less. Thinking becomes more difficult. And you see him right now. He looks like he's just a little bit gassed. And I think substitutions and reinforcements are probably going to be needed here coming in relatively soon.
So it's easy to say, mentally get past it, be stronger mentally. How do you actually go and execute
that?
The
first thing that goes when you get tired is your mental capacity to think and to work. You've got to be able to figure out a way to catch your breath, settle yourself a little bit, calm things down in your own mind, and then go. If you're going to be running rampant thinking every chance is a fire drill with clearances and whatnot, it's going to be a long 10 minutes.
Bijev with the throw in. Finding Nisha for a moment. Up comes Hall looking for a step. Velasquez. This is where Real Monarchs are so dangerous. Out in that open play. Republic able to track back. Karsten Hanlon. Former Colorado Rapids development player. Came in as a substitute at the break. Switching the field here. Lakawecki has to go backward. 80 minutes gone by here at Rio Tinto. The Republic with a 1-goal lead. Chandler Hoffman, Velasquez, Espino comes up to play. Out wide they go, looking for a cross to send in. Chance for the Real Monarchs, and they missed it wide. A great chance, and it's Chandler Hoffman who had another good look at goal and just cannot find Tarkin. The Republic breathe a sigh of relief one more time here at Rio Tinto.
That's a pretty good look there for Chandler Hoffman. It's not like he's getting up really high to try to bring that ball down. He's got time on this. Elliott Horde maybe puts him off a little bit. That does not miss by much, Rob. Just to the right of Evan Newton's post. And Sacramento breathes a sigh of relief as that thing sails wide. As the chance goes begging for Salt Lake.
About 10 minutes left to play here. Salt Lake City trailing the number 8 Sacramento Republic 1-0. Alongside Kevin Goldthwaite, I'm Rob McAllister. It's been a fun one here. Rio Tinto. Lakawecki back to Velasquez now. Velasquez with a quick touch. Bijev gets to it, pops it high. This could be trouble for Sacramento, and Clemente does a nice job to move it back. You can feel the heart beating. It's getting a little nervous time for Republic fans. Palms may be a little sweaty here. Velasquez moving forward, trying to cut in. Bijev with a step, back heel. Real Monarchs with some footwork, looking to do something with it. And down goes Jeremy Hall, and there's going to be a yellow card issued to Max Lakawecki. That's the 3rd of the game. All yellow cards brought to you by McDonald's here tonight.
Got a good look here. Jeremy Hall does a great job stepping in, and Lakawecki just late. Once again, probably heavy legs right there, being lazy, diving in and just slashing at the ball. And Jeremy Hall does a great job right there stepping in. It's a really good piece of work from your holding midfielder right there.
Emma Clemente. Going to take this set piece here after the foul against the Real Monarchs. Ochoa shielded well tonight. We're going to need him for another 8 minutes. Moberg moving forward. Took a bit of a bump along with Emra Clemente in a collision on a set piece that was called a foul against Emra Clemente that gave the Real Monarchs the ball and thwarted what was a good momentum builder for Sacramento midway through this second half. Bijev had a good look as well at goal. Could have made this 2-0, but Real Monarchs have had their chances as well. Juan Mari, who's been spectacular, subbed off, but it's been Daniel Haber to do some of the damage here late in this one. Real Monarchs still fighting for their lives as Agustin Caceres gives it right back to the Real Monarchs. And it will be a substitution coming for the Republic, and it's Vian Bijev who will be replaced by Hayden Partain. So talk to me about Hayden Partain here, Kevin. What do you like that he brings to this club in this key moment of the match?
You know, I think quality on the ball is what Hayden's going to bring here. And more importantly, I think at this stage in the game, you're not necessarily looking for someone going forward and being cheeky and crafty in the ball. We want to go get someone in here that's going to work hard for the final 10 minutes or so. Replace a guy like Bijev, who is a great player at breaking pressure. And let's see if Hayden Partain can get the ball on his feet. And when he does, find a way to relieve pressure for your side and be a pest, run around, be difficult to deal with, and break things up.
Substitution brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Deep throw, Moberg. Christian. A time killer. Quickly back in for the Real Monarchs. Ball sent in. Good chance. Opportunity still coming for the Real Monarchs. Fighting with it. Down goes Lakawecki. And there'll be a penalty kick for the Real Monarchs in the 85th minute.
I tell you what, I mean, the other chance in my mind is much more of a penalty, clear penalty in this. This looks like a 50-50 challenge between Agustin Caceres and Lakawecki. Get another look right now, see what happens as the ball's just dumped in the box. A great little touch here by Lakawecki to bring things down. Going away from goal, good challenge. Hey, I tell you what, Augie's sticking his foot in there. Silly foul by Agustin Caceres in my mind. There's no reason. Lakawecki's going away from the goal. Just stand up. Hold your ground, work your feet. That's tired legs, tired mind, in my opinion, right there. Push him out wide. So you get a great opportunity against Evan Newton. And let's see if someone can step up and be a hero.
Chandler Hoffman, can he level things late here? The Republic have held on to this advantage for 40 minutes. It may evaporate here after a penalty is called in the box. Hoffman, and it's 1-1 in the 86th minute.
Not much Sacramento, not much Evan can do with that one. You just got to, take your pick right or left and commit to it. Good finish by Chandler Hoffman, but still Agustin Caceres right there has got to work his feet better. Better decision, especially with a guy going away from goal. He's not dangerous going away from goal. It's a good look right here. Chandler Hoffman just picks his side, slots it in. Good finish. Good penalty. Level at 1-1. 5 minutes to go here. And let's see where the next couple minutes are going to go right now. I mean, the momentum's clearly in Salt Lake's favor. Maybe Paul's going to make a change here and try to switch things up.
Nike, a proud sponsor of the USL, NikeSoccer.com. Sacramento nearly had this one, and the upset has been erased for at least the moment. It's 1-1. A penalty by Agustin Caceres committing the foul, sets up the penalty kick. Ochoa's going to give it a strike.
Let's see if Sacramento can turn this around. I mean, you've been sitting on your heels for the last 15, 20 minutes, parking the bus. It's got to take a change of attitude here to switch that switch that you need to go forward. You need to possess the ball. You need to go grab a goal.
This team has been so dangerous at home. 12 wins. And fighting till the end here. The Republic allow a goal late. Can they take the momentum back here? Velasquez switch the field. Republic look a little bit tired here. Ball sent. Working in. Kiffy fighting. Kiffy near the end line. And it'll be a corner kick for the Real Monarchs. Good play by Danny Cruz. A lot of credit to the Real Monarchs. They continued to fight. It got chippy, it got sloppy for a moment, but they found their opportunity in a penalty kick. And now here they are in set piece. Ball lofted. Chance coming, bouncing around. Ochoa there. Orozco. Moberg. Now it's Kiffy. Kiffy along the touchline. Kiffy wanted a foul and won't get it. Beasler. And looking along that touchline is the Real Monarchs to try to continue to play off of that right side. They've had a lot of success from that right side of the field. They're going to try to keep it wide. Can Sacramento spring a counter? The altitude and the temperature playing a factor for both teams here, but one of them much more used to it. The home side here, Beasler looking forward. Beasler is going to find this one sent off his shin, and Elliott Horde comes up. So we will have extra time here at Rio Tinto. Velasquez looking for one last opportunity here in regulation play as Lakowecki goes down to turf. Feeling to the players right now, are you thinking get in out of this 90 minutes?
Yeah, if you're Sacramento, you're trying, at this point, weather the storm, get out of here. You got a couple substitutions in your pocket, regroup. If you're the Monarchs, go forward and try to get another one. Ride this momentum that you've created after that goal.
Ochoa, knee shot, and there's a foul out in the middle of the park. Well, the fourth official has indicated 3 minutes of stoppage time, which is brought to you by Gilmore Services. When you need a dependable Sacramento HVAC company, trust Gilmore Heating and Air. camera, Clementa and company looking for a stunner in Salt Lake City. They had the lead for 40 minutes.
It's a good chance for Sacramento.
Clementa
play.
Looking for Ochoa. Spino turning, miss hit by the Real Monarchs. Crowd back into it for the home side here. They nearly saw their season dashed, and a foul called in the box sets up a Chandler Hoffman goal. Ball crossed in, an opportunity for the Real Monarchs to break it at the end of the regulation here.
It's a good ball in the box. And here's your substitution. Wilson Nishaw coming off, Tyler Blackwood coming in. It's a chance. I like this substitution really another look right here is the ball in the box. But this substitution with Blackwood coming in, I think this lends nicely to potential counterattacks against the run of play with the pacey long strides of Blackwood. And let's see if Sacramento can utilize him. Put the ball in front of him, let him run onto it.
About a minute or so left to play. And look at those fresh legs from Tyler Blackwood, who has had some success against this Real Monarchs side. In 2016, he had 2 goals while with the Arizona United, which has become the Phoenix Rising. Short throw, Hall. Sacramento look to hold possession here for the final possession moments of play here. Right side, Horde, peeling, Blackwood, Ochoa back. Looked for Ochoa there, just a bit heavy. The Real Monarchs trying to turn it upfield. Not done quite yet of the Republic. Kiffy, good move here. Espino, where you want him on the ball. Into the area, working to his left, back to his right, and it's into the 6. Real Monarchs cleared away. Kiffy battling with Carson Hanlon. Along the touchline. Christian comes up. Sacramento still fighting. Sacramento moving forward. Christian all the way up from that back line.
Set piece opportunity. I still like to see the advantage played here, but this is great. Last play of the game here, last kick of the game. Set piece opportunity for Sacramento. Great opportunity here to come in here. Highway robbery, steal this game and get out of here.
The end here for the regulation will come after James Kiffy's kick. Sacramento with an opportunity to upset the #1 overall seed, the Real Monarchs Salt Lake City. Kiffy lofts it in, driven hard, cleared away. And the Real Monarchs have escaped for at least the moment. Kiffy and company may have one more good look at it. And now the Real Monarchs are trying to break. Vasquez cutting back in. Whistle still hasn't blown. Switch on, could be the final play. And there it is. Regulation has come to an end. And the Republic, who scored in the 49th minute, give up one in the 82nd. And now we are headed to extra time in Salt Lake City. It's 1-1 at the end of 90 minutes.
Papa Murphy's Law of the F word. No, this F word. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us every day. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your bingo. Tonight, home bake our most popular pizza, a large cowboy, topped with pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and olives. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
Now is a great time to buy a Honda Civic. With power, a 40-mile-per-gallon highway rating, and incredible passenger volume. Discover all the reasons to buy the best-selling compact car in America. The Honda Civic. Test drive it at your local Honda dealer today. Visit your Northern California Honda dealer and test drive a Honda today.
difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Welcome back to a cool night in Salt Lake City. The Real Monarch fans nearly leaving with frowns on their faces, but they're feeling pretty good right now. Sacramento, who had the lead after the 49th minute goal. It was Wilson Nishaw who got it along that end line, and it's from Bijev, who placed it nicely. Orozco a little too much, cleaning it up. Luis Espino, 1-0. It would stay that way, Kevin, for 40 minutes for Sacramento. All they had to do was 5 more minutes, and they're walking away with a victory. But this would be the difference maker, putting his foot in there. Augustine Caceres, an untimely error, and it sets up this.
Yeah, it's Augustine. That's unfortunate. I think Sacramento played really well tonight. And that one little mental error by Augustine concedes a penalty, allowing Salt Lake to get themselves back in this game to level things at 1-1 and really kind of have the majority of the play the final 30 minutes.
Do you believe in momentum?
I'm a huge believer in momentum. And right now, Sacramento can't do anything in that second half. Couldn't get forward, couldn't possess the ball. And the Monarchs had the majority of the possession, majority of the play, majority of the time the ball spent in their final third, the majority of the chances. And I think it's a good time for Sacramento to break, reevaluate things, figure out a game plan and strategy to go forward and try to win this game in the next 15 to 30 minutes.
Who's the player on the Republic side firing up these guys and saying, hey, look, we've got plenty of time. We've got one. And earlier in this half, now here we are in extra time. How do we break through, make it 2-1 and walk away?
It's your veterans. It's your captain. You want to see Chris Christian, Emmer Clementa, Jeremy Hall, Evan Newton, the likes, those guys stepping up and really kind of making themselves known and making it known to the players that we have a chance to win. Let's turn this around. Let's not concede. Worst case scenario, let's go to penalties and try to win this game and get out of here with a W.
James Kiffey, Chris Christian, Emmer Clementa, and Elliot Horde. Fantastic tonight against the second deadliest team in the USL. And let's take a look at our regulations stats here. And you see a goal apiece. Sacramento overall has had the better looks on goal, but you look at that possession number, Real Monarchs starting to own and take care of that ball a little bit more, and they had better opportunities for that second half.
That's Sacramento parking the bus, and I think they probably sat back too early with 20 to 30 minutes to go. That's a long time to try to weather the storm of a wave after wave after wave of attack. And you see this possession number, I think it was skewed probably 60-40 to Sacramento in that first half. Clearly leveled out here in the second half. And shots on target, Salt Lake with one goal. Sacramento with 4. Sacramento had chances in that first half. If you put one of those away, it's a completely different story, obviously. But hey, new game right now, a new clean slate, 30 minutes to go. You got to figure things out. How do you come out with a strategy and a game plan to get a W? And let's see what Paul Buckle and the Republic decide to do.
I know you're seeing a lot of pictures of the Real Monarchs fans. We should give a shout out to Nick Forn. He drove all the way to Salt Lake City, and he is one of the lone members of the supporter group here, representing the Sacramento Republic, braving the cold, cheering on the boys in the Old Glory Red. So out we go here for extra time at Rio Tinto. The Real Monarchs, the #1 seed, get a goal late in the 82nd minute, as it's Chandler Hoffman on the penalty kick, getting it past Evan Newton, who was working for a shutout, and Danny Cruz and company getting ready to try to see if they can make it one more. The Republic, however, with a fantastic goal just outside of the break. They've been good out of the locker room at the first half, second half. How do you take that here now and use that same sort of momentum?
Yeah, I think they've done a good job tonight, better than they have all season, of playing well in the first 5 minutes after these restarts. And it'll be interesting to see how they come out.
Well, they've got a little bit of trouble here. Clementa getting pressured, comes up. Danny Cruz, opportunity here for the Real Monarchs, and it's Chandler Hoffman who just can't get to it. And Ochoa, look at Blackwood go. Blackwood, the freshest legs on the pitch right now, putting a little bit of pressure on Sparrow, who has to send it into the stands. What kind of impact can number 17 have? 6 goals, 3 assists for the Republic on the regular season.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see what Sacramento decides to do here. Do they elect to sit back and try to counterattack? And if they do, that's where I think Tyler Blackwood's going to be the most effective, using his fresh legs and his pace to get in behind and stretch the field.
Or turning, opportunity for Sacramento. Payne just can't sneak it past Sparrow.
Oh my goodness. Hayden Partain with an absolute wonderful look at goal. A great ball in by Elliot Horde right now. And Partain's got to do better with that. Does a good job, brings it down, puts it towards the ground, away from Sparrow, but needs to find the corner with that. That's a really, really good look for Sacramento.
He did find target, which has been a big issue for the Republic. Here's James Kiffey on the Chick-fil-A corner kick. Christian back, lofting it high, and peeling away was Espino, but a good opportunity back for Sacramento as this one is sent out of play by the Real Monarchs.
And this is one of the things as a player, when you go into these extra time moments, when you have 15, 30 minutes to go, coaches and players are saying there's going to be chances. It doesn't matter where the momentum's going, there's going to be a chance. And when that chance presents itself, can you take it? You might get 2, you might get 3 chances. That's a wonderful look for Sacramento. And that might be the look, Rob. That might be the look that Sacramento has. Uncontested, 7 yards out, 8 yards out. Great ball in the box, a good save by Connor Sparrow, to be fair.
Espino looking for some room and looking for a handball. They will not get it. It'll be a corner kick instead.
Moberg gets bailed out right there. He's tapping his chest saying it hit his body. That looked clearly like it hit his arm. However, his arm is pretty close to his body. But what I'm talking about here is there's chances. Is that going to be the chance that Sacramento is going to regret in 30 minutes?
Kiffey drilling this one hard. Christian was there, just a little bit too high, and the Real Monarchs able to get to it as Caceres cleans it up. Horde sending one deep. Clementa, Kiffey, high boot. Last touch by the Republic, and Kiffey can't believe it. Sacramento, Hayden Partain, nearly an opportunity to win this one.
You really want to see that situation. Hayden Partain just hit that thing with conviction with your head. It looks like he just tried to kind of guide it. You want to see him just really bring that, snap that ball down towards the ground with authority.
Haber to his feet. Haber sending it in. Has it denied by Chris Christian. Danny Cruz, little move on Espino. Cruz looking for a cross.
It's a good ball in here. Lakawecki getting up on that left side, that left flank. You always want to see, so, you know, if you're the Monarchs right now, I think it's a good sign seeing your left winger still getting involved on that backside, crashing the far post and trying to get involved.
Ball lofted high, giving chase. Good opportunity for Sacramento. Moving. Here's an opportunity. Down to the box he goes. And there'll be a foul against Tyler Blackwood just outside the area. So just a note for fans, they will play the full 30 minutes of extra time here. A little shove from Blackwood.
Still like seeing Blackwood. He's being aggressive up there.
So they will play the full 30 minutes with a 15-minute break in between, or at the 15-minute break. They will take an opportunity on each side, so there will not be a golden goal here. Either way, you feel like one will win it. Danny Cruz brings it down. Hall and company still chasing, battling not only this cool weather here tonight, but the elevation as well. Cruz angling in, looking for an opportunity. Haber to the left side. Caceres gets to it. Hayden Partain. And Partain is shoved.
Well
and
done.
It's a nice defensive play there by Moberg.
Yeah, I think it's well done there by Hayden Partain, kind of sensing that pressure, using it to his advantage. As Haber just goes diving in a little bit too aggressively.
Daniel Haber hobbling just a bit. Real Monarchs 25-7 on the year. The Republic 13-12-7. It was the Republic a year ago who were the first in the Western Conference. Letting it slide. Here's Blackwood. Blackwood to his left foot. Blackwood goes down as Moberg. Moberg turned his ankle. And he is holding his right leg. It may be a hamstring instead. Either way, the Republic will watch the Real Monarchs limp upfield.
I think Blackwood had an opportunity to take one more touch and have a strike right there. Pulled the trigger a little early. Can't fault him for that.
He's been able to create some space and get behind. He could be key here in this extra time. Cruz back to Moberg. Appears to be okay with his right foot. He switches the field. Easily tracked by the Republic. Gets behind, however, and Lakawecki keeps it in play. Caceres. Kiffy behind him. Beasler. There's the Real Monarchs can be very good. They can lull you to sleep a little bit, switching the sides of field and then angling in for attack. Cruz. Paul Buckle telling his back line to get up a little bit. Velasquez. Real Monarch supporters loud and cheering. Opportunity here just outside the area. Winding up is Haber, parried away by Evan Newton. Cruz with a follow-up, deflected again by James Kiffy, and Sacramento comes away without allowing a goal.
Great strike there by Haber. Takes his opportunity, sees it, gets his head up. Good strike with that left foot, hits it well. Good save there by Evan Newton, parries it away. Danny Cruz takes that move back to his left foot a little bit early, allowing James Kiffy to get back. Corner kick for Salt Lake nonetheless. As you see this ball, you can see that movement by Velasquez's hand. He's just going to clip it to the back post.
Here's Velasquez. Lofted. Just missed it to the right. The Real Monarchs nearly had a good look and opportunity from Emilio Orozco. Evan Newton's had made some pretty good stops tonight. You talk about the fatigue of the players on the field. What about the two goalkeepers here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, fatigue's not going to come into play. It's just the mental drain of coming out here and starting again. Mentally, you're used to turning things off and going back in the locker room. But there's really, I mean, the first chance that Evan Newton has been tested this whole game, you know, in the 98th, 99th minute, the first save, and does a good job of keeping his team, you know, in this game.
Spino trying to thread it through to Hayden Partain. Hayden Partain and Tyler Blackwood both coming on substitutes as late. Can they be a difference maker? Partain nearly got on the end of a header. It was a great save by Connor Sparrow to keep it at 1 apiece. And it will be an offside call against the Republic.
You know, in these extra time periods as a player, I mean, everyone seems to be a little bit more cautious, you know, sitting back a little bit more, not taking nearly as many chances. And we'll see how Sacramento comes out. I think they came out in their front studs trying to take an opportunity or two.
Moving forward, Hanlon colliding. And ball still in play for the Real Monarchs. Cutting in, looking for a chance. Into the area they go. Poked away by Chris Christian. And a collision there again. They'll continue to play on as it gets physical here at Rio Tinto. Sacramento with an opportunity to break. Right side, Blackwood. Ochoa lumbering forward. Blackwood moving, showing some of his pace, looking for a low cross in, and it nearly deflects. Finding the mitts of Connor Sparrow one more time.
It's good work. Want to see Hayden Partain drive that ball, though. Committed defender rather than simply giving it out to Blackwood and letting him make the decision. You got to drive the ball at the heart of the defense, get someone to commit, allow Blackwood to be in a little bit better position when he gets the ball.
Two good chances to break on a counter. Sacramento has not been able to convert.
They just look, I mean, it looks like in that situation, Hayden Partain's waiting for somebody else to make the move or take the game by his throat. I want to see Hayden get on the ball and drive it at that back four, make someone commit.
Especially with the fresher legs in there. He's got an advantage. Can he use it? Nisha and Partain have been on that injured list for quite some time because of ankle injuries. Both getting some time here in the first round of the playoffs against the Real Monarchs. Tied at 1 apiece. Popped over here. Haber, a great save by Emra Clementa with his right boot. Clementa just saved potentially the second goal of the game for the Real Monarchs. And another substitution coming. Sammy Ochoa's night is over. And it'll be Lamin Suma to come in for the Republic.
Really, really interesting decision here. We haven't seen Suma much of the season at all. And he's getting the nod here.
The 22-year-old from Sierra Leone.
He's got 20 minutes to make an impact. Come out here and be a hero, Suma.
4 minutes left to play here. You saw Sammy Ochoa struggling to get up the field, and maybe Paul thought here, well, legs over experience. We'll see if it pays off. Go back to what he said and talked about at the start. There's no pressure on the Republic. And maybe that attitude is filtered all the way down to the 18 here.
Well, you see now there is pressure on Republic because they conceded a goal in the last 5 minutes. So all of a sudden there's pressure on Sacramento. And really in these substitutions that Paul, or this final substitution, it's interesting to see he's taking Sammy Ochoa out, who's probably one of your guys taking a penalty. And I think on the other side, Salt Lake's probably thinking about their substitution. Who are they going to bring in? And the penalty is going to be in the back of the coaches and managers' mind of whether or not they want to take out someone who they feel confident with stepping up and striking a good penalty. And, you know, you're making a pretty big decision right there by bringing out Ochoa.
So Ochoa did miss that penalty. It was saved by Putna, who was in the box against the Republic back in September. A 2-0 victory for the visiting side. Here they are at home. It's Velasquez with a strike. But Sacramento, we do forget, Kevin, while they didn't win the USL battle this year, a 4-1 defeat of the Real Salt Lake in that Open Cup play, where many of these Real Monarch players were on that roster. And that was at Papa Murphy's Park, allowed the Republic to advance further into that Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup.
Yeah, it's just a funny game. You know, you catch Salt Lake, the MLS side, at a funky period during their season, come out of here and dominate and beat them 4-1. A lot of these guys out here today were playing in that game.
And some first team members too.
Just a dominating performance by Sacramento, and yet can't get a result against the USL side all season.
Looking to break was Tyler Blackwood there, and it's Connor Sparrow. And you look at what RSL has done. They're currently in 8th place, but still an opportunity to sneak in that final 6 for MLS. Final standing, San Jose controlling their destiny. If they can pick up a win. But it's the #1 overall seed in the USL side trying to hang on for dear life here tonight in their home stadium. Hoffman turning. About a minute left to play here in this first 15 in the extra time. It seems both sides a little bit nervous to try to force something in there. Neither wants to give up the counter. Lamin Suma, Hayden Partain, and Tyler Blackwood have come in as substitutes for the Republic. To the feet of Velasquez. Velasquez has been fairly quiet tonight, not able to create the chances the Real Monarchs were hoping from their young midfielder. Quite a young team, too. The eldest member is Diego Calvo at 27 years of age. It looks like the Real Monarchs might just kill the clock here, the final moments of this first 15 of extra time. Moberg, will he give it one more go? To Hall. Hall will turn. Hall will send it up, and that will come the whistle as well. So we will be right back. First 15 minutes in the books. We'll have another 15 to play, and then it's on to penalty kicks. If there's no score, we'll be right back.
Papa Murphy's law of the F word. No, this F word. Here's the deal. If it comes from a freezer, not fresh. Box, not fresh. Bag, not fresh. Fresh means just chopped vegetables. Cheese grated by us every day. Fresh means we don't even have ovens, because you have an oven. So you can feel good about feeding it to your bingo. Tonight, home bake our most popular pizza, a large cowboy, topped with pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and olives. Just $11. Papa Murphy's.
There's a place that brings together teams of world-class problem solvers. Here, they save lives at a moment's notice. Restore sight to those who otherwise would not see. Empower those facing immobility to live active lives. Through teamwork and bold innovation, they confront the toughest medical challenges to make the world a healthier place. UC Davis Health System.
We'll be awarding a USL Pro franchise to the Sacramento, California market.
I'm personally delighted having our first signing of the inaugural season.
Look around you. This is what Indomitable means.
We're very excited to announce Kevin Nagel is our lead investor and managing general partner for our efforts to get to Major League Soccer.
I'm humbled, honored, excited to join this club.
We look forward to learning more about the possibilities here for Major League Soccer.
We have come this far because we believe in our fans and we believe in our destiny as an MLS city.
I want to thank the Republic for doing everything that they've done to bring this city to what we expect will be an expansion market very, very soon.
There is no better partner to represent us than the UC Davis Health System.
Soon enough, we'll have opening night for Major League Soccer.
It's time to close the deal, to finish what we started, and let's bring it home.
Back in action here as a shot taken Connor Spiro's direction, and he picks it up. I want to give a shout out to all those who are watching here tonight, whether it be at parties in Sacramento or across the country. Special one to the Legion of the North. We appreciate you tuning in here tonight up in Seattle. And 115 minutes into this match, and we are tied at 1 apiece. Here's for Velasquez. Velasquez turning, looking for some room. He's going to find Lakowecki. Lakowecki turning, looking for a shot on goal, and it's Augustine Caceres who breaks it up. Another corner kick coming for the Real Monarchs. "15 minutes here in this second part of extra time, and then we'll go to penalty kicks. Habers. And it's up, and it's Evan Newton who stakes it out of the air. So about 13 minutes or so here, Kevin. Thought for both teams now. Is it changed from the first 15?
I think you're going to see a lot more conservative play start to develop and evolve here.
Here's a chance. Caceres battling, stays on his feet. Good piece of footwork by Lakowecki, who's come on strong here in the second half and extra time to become a factor for the Real Monarchs. 2 goals, 2 assists on the year.
I think
appeared in every single match.
I think, Rob, you're going to start to see the first few minutes, you might see some chances being taken, but as this thing evolves and this progresses, and you know, closer to this end of the match, there's going to be a lot less chances taken, a lot more conservative play displayed by both sides.
And then what makes you sort of question then the substitution of Lamin Suma versus a Sammy Ochoa. But we haven't seen much of Suma. What can this youngster do? Just 22 years of age. Played with the Philadelphia Fury, the American Soccer League in 2015. Has been primarily a reserve player for the Republic. They do like his pace. Velasquez staying on his feet. Velasquez playing advantage. To the left side he goes, trying to draw the foul late as he goes to the ground. Now he's holding his left leg. Caceres will send it upfield. Blackwood to the head. It's Taylor Pay, who's been ever steady tonight, has broken up a couple of opportunities from Wilson Nishaw. And we're going to have a stoppage in play as Velasquez is holding his left calf.
It's a big moment in this game. Let's see if Velasquez can see the contact probably drawn. I don't know if it's a knock he's getting right here. Looks like it probably is from behind. Maybe a cramp I think best case scenario, it's a cramp, especially, I mean, at this point in the game, it's a big moment. Velasquez obviously is going to be, see the grimace right there. He's one of the guys that would 99% guaranteed he'd be one step up and taking a penalty here. So this is what she's got to start thinking about. He needs to figure out, looks like it might be a cramp as they're stretching right there. And if you're the Monarchs, best case scenario, it's a cramp and it's not some sort of strain or a knock he's taken.
Well, Remy Touchon has had his hands full tonight. Two clubs fighting to move on to the next round. The Real Monarchs expected to win as the first seed. Trailed by a goal for 40 minutes after Wilson Nishoff found Luis Espino. But then a penalty kick by Chandler Hoffman in the 82nd minute evens this thing at 1 apiece. And you, Agustin Caceres, is probably continue to think about that. How do you erase that if you're Augie?
You got to forget about it. You got to move forward and try to continue to play and not let it affect you. Short memory, as they say, is what you need right now.
And Velasquez being attended to along the sideline. Mark Briggs.
So something to think about here, too. You're a man down if you're Salt Lake.
Beasler. Well, it was a year ago the Republic had the first seed in the Western Conference, lost on penalty kicks after neither team was able to score, and a handball Lakawecki, and they'll continue to play on. Orozco. Moberg. Haber had a good look earlier in this extra time. Sacramento nearly scored out of the gate here at extra time. Hayden Partain had his header saved by Connor Sparrow. Battling Lamansuma, showing why he's into this match here. And that's the one thing we don't get to see training, Kevin. You don't get to see what Suma has done over the last several months in training, warranting some playing time here in the playoffs. Left side, James Kiffey. Sacramento building some momentum. Will they hold on for possession instead? Clock approaching 9:30. This game kicked off at about 7:07 Pacific Standard Time. A little after 8 o'clock here in Salt Lake City.
Great play by Moberg right there. Good ball in. Blackwood's probably in behind, causing trouble for the Monarchs. If Moberg doesn't clear that, a good chance for Sacramento to take a little breather, catch your breath, and try to build something here in that final third.
Kiffey getting past Cruz. Kiffey battling. Kiffey near the end line and has it poked away and may have earned himself a corner kick, and he does. Chick-fil-A bringing you yet another corner kick as both sides have had ample opportunities from this point of the field.
Kiffey's so good in these situations. He's not the paciest, he's not the shiftiest, he's not the quickest. But I tell you what, he finds a way to get space and either serves the ball in the box or earns a corner kick. A great job there by Kiffey.
Can he offer a delivery here that will seal it for Sacramento? Into the area it goes, and a foul is called against the Republic's Chris Christian.
A lot of guys down on the ground right now.
Some guys who weren't touched, including Orozco. Moberg maybe has the only one with a real case of a complaint.
And this is where, you've been playing for almost 120 minutes. And those little knocks you're going to pick up all of a sudden become that much more difficult to deal with. So you see just big collision there.
So interesting, Moberg was the one holding Clementa, and he took the brunt of it as both players collide into each other. Moberg will get up. Second time he's been involved in quite of a tussle into the box on penalty kicks tonight. And the Real Monarchs, and a whistle blows. And a warning from Remy Touchon saying he's watching the clock, telling those guys to maybe speed it up a little bit here, Kevin.
Maybe the ball was rolling. I didn't see what happened, but interesting by the referee nonetheless.
Not much time left here in extra time. Sacramento, Salt Lake City knotted at 1 apiece. Velasquez. Orozco along the touchline. Dinks one in to the chest of Clementa. Clementa will send it upfield. Pay will track back. Beasler. Moberg. Moberg winding. Looking upfield. Chance for Hanlon. He's been quiet here in extra time after a busy second half of play as it came in as a substitute. At the break, our first break that is, after 45 minutes of play. Kiffey will get it back, send it up. Blackwood to the touchline, a little too heavy. Throw for the Real Monarchs, both sides, Kevin. Looks like they're playing for PKs at this point. A 115 minutes in this play, and each side with a goal. Espino and Hoffman. Orozco, Northern California native. He's going to loft one in, looking for an opportunity. Down to Haber. Haber turning, looking for a teammate, finding Velasquez. Velasquez has his face for goal. He'll move it back, and they'll look for a better opportunity. To the left side, Lakawecki. Drew the penalty in the box that set up the tying goal for the Real Monarchs. A collision. Newton goes down. Chance for the Real Monarchs one more time as Velasquez comes out. Nothing there, and it's moving forward from Luis Espino, who goes down hard.
It's a tough challenge right there on Espino by Hanlon. And really before that, though, you got, once again, Evan Newton coming out and not winning that ball. Nervous times for the goalkeeper. When you come out, you got to make sure you're going to make contact with the ball. You're going to look at this right now. Coming out, and clearly you've got your teammate Clementa right there in a good position. I think needs to be better identified by Newton.
Situation like this, you've played 120 minutes nearly. The big difference is between chances taken can mean the difference of this game, whether or not you're going home or moving on. Elliott Horde and company trying to strike something late here. Each side looking for a late opportunity to send the other home. Horde looking for a teammate to make a run. Lofts this one. Slapped away. Here's Lamansuma. Chipped it in, and he just over the top. Lamansuma nearly won this for the Republic, and number 14 just struck it a bit high.
This is a great effort here by Lamansuma coming in. It's a right idea, good touch right here. See Sparrow off the line, just trying a little dink over to that far post, just trying to lift it over. Sparrow, that's a great effort by Lamansuma right there.
You can hear the collective sighs from Republic fans everywhere after that strike.
And that would have been a special, special goal.
Here's Tyler Blackwood, signed in the offseason to make a difference and get out in the open just like this. He's going to look for goal. He's into the area. He's brought down in the box. No whistle blown by Touchon, and they'll play on.
Got to get something off there.
Hayden Partain trying to send it back to Hall. And the Real Monarchs recover for a moment. And now it's Sacramento's chance. Kiffey with a little bit of room. Kiffey drills it in, and it gets to the feet of Pay.
Chance to break here for Salt Lake.
Starting to open up here in the final moments of extra time. Switch coming. Hanlon with an opportunity. And it's cleared through the legs of Elliott Horde from Emra Clementa. Deep throw for the Real Monarchs. Lakawecki looking back to his left, finding Velasquez. Dribbling left, now right, now he's going to stay with it. About a minute to go. Lofted in, down go the Republic. Lakawecki gets ahead to it. And a foul called against Velasquez, and Horde and Velasquez will exchange a few words and a possible shove here. They'll break it up as Touchon is going to get control of this one. wafted in here, and down goes Horde, and maybe fairly a little bit softly there, but either way the ball will stop, and now Horde saying you pushed me. Final moments here in extra time. The Republic, Real Monarchs, 1 versus 8, and Velasquez and Horde continue to jaw at each other. Tensions are high here at Rio Tinto. One more substitution. It's Kyle Karinga from Clearwater, Florida, the 23-year-old who signed in the offseason. Comes into this one, he changes out for Max Lakowecki. And just like you said, penalty kicks may be the thought here. But the former Florida Atlantic University standout comes into this one at a crucial time for each of these teams.
Good work there by Lakowecki. What, I mean, a solid shift, 120 minutes. Got 2 minutes of extra time I'm seeing here, but a good, interesting substitution to see what the Monarchs are thinking here with bringing in Karinga.
Shielding, Tyler Blackwood. Tyler Blackwood near the end line. Tyler. It was Suma on the back end. Velasquez sends it near the Real Monarchs bench. Well, Kevin, 120 minutes gone by. Both clubs are even here. What are you looking for in the final moments of this one?
Just kill the game. If you get a chance to break, do it. Otherwise, kill the game. Don't concede.
Kyle Karinga to throw. Karinga played 2 seasons in Finland before coming back to the States. He came on as a substitute late. He may be called on to take a penalty. Ball sent over there. Chance. Hoffman. Back to Karinga. Jeremy Hall in a little bit of danger. Tyler Pay. Oberg, right side. Cut off Espino. He'll send it out of play and try to kill more of this clock. And taking a glance at it is Rami Touchon. Republic have it. Can they break something here? Final moments. Might be the final possession.
Kill this out now. Take your time. You had a chance to break right there. It's not happening. Slow it down.
Kippy to throw. Kippy back. Kippy up top, and that is it. After 90 minutes of regulation, we were tied at 1. We added 30 more. Couldn't get it done there. For the second straight season, Kevin Goldthwaite, we are going to penalty kicks to decide the quarterfinal matchup between the #1 and the #8 seed in the West. This time it's the Republic who are the 8th seed and are looking to make some news and some headway here as they look for an upset in penalty kicks. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We won't miss a moment of action. We are back at Rio Tinto, Salt Lake City. Sacramento's captain, Emra Clemente, Real Monarchs captain, Nick Beasler getting together here as they decide which side each team would prefer. Usually decided before the game is kicked off. Who knew it would come to this? 120 minutes of play. The Real Monarchs able to tie it up after a foul in the box from Augustine Caceres against Mac Lakawecki. That came late in the 81st minute. Stepping up, Chandler Hoffman, who the one-time Los Angeles Galaxy 2-star, slots it home, and they even it at 1. Luis Espino scored, and for 40-plus minutes, the Republic looked like they could potentially walk away with this one. It wasn't meant to be either team, a bit gassed in that last 30 minutes of extra time. And so here we are one more time. It comes down to Evan Newton and Connor Sparrow. Newton, the 28-year-old from Virginia Beach, in his second year with the Republic, did fantastic in PKs a season ago. It was just a better kick that he was not saved. It was the visiting goalkeeper that was able to come up big. And so Orange County was the winner a year ago. This year, it's Connor Sparrow. And the Real Monarch fans are dancing here, hoping for a victory celebration after these penalty kicks. Kevin, what is going through the mind of these players as we step up here to the north end of the field?
Nervous moments, for sure, but really I think you got to find a way to settle yourself. And if you're one of the players right now, what you need to do is you need to pick your spot, make your decision what you're going to do, and don't deviate from that. Whether you think you're going to smash the ball down the middle with your laces, if you're going to do a little panenka, if you're going to pull the ball to the right, push it to the left, make your decision, pick your spot now, and don't deviate from that. Don't go up to the penalty spot, put the ball down, and think, you know what, I think the goalkeeper's leaning to his left. I'm going to switch things up. Make your mind up now and be consistent with it. Don't deviate from it. And hit things with conviction.
It'll be the Real Monarchs' Danny Cruz to take the first penalty kick here. USL Playoffs. An advancement on the line for both of these teams. Evan Newton, the goalkeeper for the Republic. First shot on the game. And it's Cruz who missed it, popped it up over the bar, and the Republic fans have to be loving that one after the first kick is missed by the Real Monarchs, Danny Cruz.
I'm going to be honest with you. That's one of the worst penalties I've ever seen. And it just looks like, in my mind, that's heavy legs right there. You got a guy coming, he's looking to hit the ball with his laces hard to the back of the net, and he just looks like it's a lazy effort right there. Really bad penalty. Great chance. We got Hayden Partain stepping up. Be decisive with your choice. Go up there with conviction. Hayden, pick your spot right now. Don't deviate. Don't change your mind. Hit it hard. Put it in the back of the net, and follow it in the back of the net, and grab it out of the net.
He was in Des Moines, Iowa just a few months ago with the Republic now to give him a goal, and he strikes this one through, and it's 1-0, the Republic after round one.
And that's, I think, what Danny Cruz was looking to do right there. You see Hayden Partain hit that thing with laces, with conviction. You see right here, puts his boot through the back of the ball, down the middle. A tough thing. It's rising away from Connor Sparrow. A tough ball to save. A good penalty by Hayden Partain. You see the referee talking to Evan, pushing him back. You see Evan, probably a little gamesmanship going on here by goalkeepers. Just trying to mess with Velasquez a little bit, put him off.
Velasquez dealing with a cramp earlier. How does that impact him here if the left-footed striker it was the other foot?
Yeah, he looked like he was fine the last 10 minutes after that cramp.
Newton's got to stay in his line. It's Sebastian Velasquez. And the Colombian, and it's saved by Evan Newton to his left.
Great save. Evan Newton read it all the way right there. Not the best penalty at all from Velasquez. You see Evan, he's early step over there, a little bit off his line. But if you're a player, if you want to think, if you're going to put your head down and have a strike on target and you're going to find the corner, there's no way the goalkeeper should be able to reach that. Just not the best penalty by Velasquez right now. Great opportunity for Kiffy. Come up here, strike this thing with conviction. I'm going to say it again. Be decisive. Pick your spot right now. No pressure on you. You got a little bit of a cushion here. Put the thing in the back of the net. Go grab it when it's bouncing back towards you.
He has played every minute of every match of the 2017 USL season for the Sacramento Republic. The UC Santa Barbara Star makes it 2-0, the Republic after 2 rounds.
Great start by Sacramento. We are got to be feeling relatively confident. Good penalty right here. James Kiffey just opening his hips up, sending Connor Sparrow the wrong way. And a chance for Sacramento right now to put it within one strike away from moving on to the next level, the next round.
Can Daniel Haber save the season for the Real Monarchs?
Be a hero, Evan Newton.
The Canadian national, who has 5 caps for the men's national team from our neighbors of the north, strikes it with his right foot, and it's now 2-1 after 3.
Good penalty by Haber right there. See, good look right there. Firm ball, sends Evan Newton the other way. Let's see who steps up for Sacramento.
It was a year ago that the Ocean County guessed properly, and this year it's the Republic who are looking good after 2.5 rounds. It's the veteran Jeremy Hall, the MLS journeyman who came to Sacramento last year, number 22.
Big moment in the shootout right here.
Jeremy Hall stutter steps. Jeremy Hall makes it 3-1 after 3, and the Republic are looking good with 2 rounds to go.
I don't want to jinx it, all but over right now. Salt Lake cannot falter at all through the remainder of this shootout. Great penalty by Jeremy Hall. Calm, cool, collective. Steps up and slots it. Evan Newton just with his protocol conversation with the referee.
Yep. And
this is always an interesting battle. Chandler Hoffman's already taken a penalty here tonight. Now it's all about mind games. What's going to happen here? If he misses, it's game over.
He went to Newton's left the first time. He strikes it again, and it's safe! Evan Newton and the Sacramento Republic are moving on to the next round. The big upset. The 8th seed has taken down the number 1 seed Real Monarchs, and Sacramento in a tumultuous season, ups and downs, and a team that nearly was pushed out of the playoffs has beaten the number 1 seed in all of USL, and Sacramento will take on the winner of Phoenix and Swope Park next weekend.
What a great save. What a great performance there by Evan Newton. 2 saves, a big miss. Unbelievable effort by Sacramento coming in. That game almost got away from them, and would have been so devastating for Sacramento for how well they played coming into Salt Lake, how well Salt Lake's been all season at home, how well they've played, how many goals they've scored, the whole story. We've seen this last year. Sacramento's on the opposite end of this, and here we are coming in, unfamiliar territory, getting the W, 1 versus 8. I tell you what, be wary of Sacramento next week. Whoever wins this game between Swope Park and Phoenix, it's going to be wary of Sacramento. They looked really good tonight.
Never have the Republic come away victorious at Rio Tinto. The 4th season that all changes, and it comes in the biggest of moments as the 8th seed in the USL's Western Conference. Sacramento is moving on. Evan Newton, a fantastic game. And one more look at it. 2 saves by Evan Newton in PKs, and he smiles and runs to his teammate in elation in the city of Sacramento here.
That's a great job. That mind game that's being played. You see Chandler Hoffman probably going to his unfamiliar or his least favorite side. You see the gamesmanship right there, and it's a great job, Evan Newton. Great look right here, simply, and you see it right when he knows it. Evan Newton knows it. And what Papa Murphy's man of the match, Evan Newton. Fantastic job tonight in this penalty shootout. That's what it takes to win these things. You have to have your goalkeeper step up. It's one of these weird little idiosyncrasies in these games that it comes down to just spot kicks, really, and you need your goalkeeper to step up, and Evan Newton did that tonight.
Evan Newton also made several other key saves throughout the night. Nothing as spectacular as we saw in penalty kicks here. There was a feeling of unfairness last year when they lost in PKs. They felt like they played better for the 120 minutes. Well, here tonight, it's flipped the script. They come in and beat the number 1 seed Real Monarchs. Salt Lake City goes down. Well, with tonight's victory, the boys in Old Glory Red will continue their quest to bring home a championship. They're advancing to the semifinals, and we do want you to know that the game against either Phoenix or the Real Swope Park, which is the Sporting KC's affiliate, will be played on the CW31 as well as streamed as well. Details will be announced. There will be live watch parties as well, and the match will be carried live once again on the CW31. A fantastic night in Salt Lake City. Sacramento is moving on. The first goal, Wilson Nishaw finding Espino, and the Republic go on to win 3-1 in penalty kicks for Kevin Goldthwaite and our entire crew. I'm Rob McAllister. Have a great night. We'll see you next weekend right here on the CW31.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.